Hello, everyone. Welcome to Casters and Castles. I'm Tormented by Gnomes. I will be your dungeon master this evening. Pray for my internet that this episode may do better than our last episode. How's our cast doing tonight?
Fabulous.
Delightful.
What?
I'm role-playing already as Thoras, you see?
Are you, or is that just you, Brent?
Role-playing as Thoras, role-playing as Tiberius.
Yeah, it's a little trick. When I don't know what to say, I just
Shout,
I'm senile. What? I don't know what the role-play as.
Oh, don't worry, you fooled us. We hadn't noticed.
I'm not gonna lie, I had noticed. So, chat, our last episode, I'm gonna have to do a recap because we were cut short like half an hour in. If you're just joining us, our heroes are on a quest for the legendary Book of Dawn, a magical artifact that has the power to find the lost king of Galadron and end a terrible war, and to seal the great dragon Ashardalon behind the gates of the Silent City, ending the threat that he poses to all of creation. Their quest currently takes them to the fairy Otherworld, where they must gain the favor of one of the Arch-Fae to gain a relic that will grant them access to the lost city of Cryas. And we probably already have an act of God. Congratulations. So they are in Glassweb Grotto, which is an enchanted forest glade within the Otherworld. The trees are made of they look like spun glass with this crystal fine leaves and transparent trunks, and strings between them, just almost invisible, is the Gossamer silk webs spun by the Gossamer Daughters, the fairy spiders of this place. In our last adventure, our heroes reached Glassweb Grotto, only Thoras immediately came under the effect of some strange power, the same power that gave him the ability to extend his limbs under unnatural circumstances. It burrowed into his mind, and it gave you... Do you remember what boon it gave you, Thoras? Because there was a boon involved.
There was a boon involved?
Voices.
Yeah, there was a boon involved.
He was hearing the voices of like animals and stuff.
I just remembered hearing the voices.
Right, yeah, it was a boon that I translated as definitely not a boon. Okay, so we haven't figured out exactly what that is yet. Excellent.
What?
Good job, me. Yeah, I would experiment a little bit more with that. But he's also developed a compulsive need to polish his axe and keep it ready for battle at all times. Our heroes are standing in Glassweb Grotto, looking around as they slowly realize that they are surrounded by thousands of spiders. Some of them as small as the spiders that are probably hanging out in your house, not helping in your local ant war, but others far larger, watching with thousands of multifaceted eyes from the darkness. That is where we left our heroes, and then our internet died and we had to cut things short. So, any questions before I take us back to Glassweb Grotto?
Nope.
No, I'm ready. I mean, I'm fundamentally not ready for this, but I'm ready, I suppose.
All right, cool. So the first thing we're going to do, we have reset the Act of God counter, and we just hit it upon entry. Thank you, chat. I preserved all the subscriptions from our last episode because it was cut short. If this is your first time watching, every 10 subscribers triggers an Act of God. They rank up in power, 10, 20, 30, 40, and finally 50. And they've had, let's say, a slight impact on the plot of our adventure
We have
so
not
far.
followed the script written in episodes, in many episodes.
This whole arc.
This entire arc has been devolved from subs.
We were supposed to go see my people.
Yeah. I wrote this whole thing where I was like, Lysha needs to like have a little storyline, right? Needs some character development, needs to settle in with their culture. Nope, screw that.
I promised Eren Vol some sky-clad elves. It did not happen.
I have not received what I've been promised. Well, I have, but not in the way I expected it.
Yep.
Actually, that's true.
That's true. That's true.
Lysha was sky-clad for part of that banquet, but not...
Mm-hmm.
It was because her leather became infested with mushrooms.
It happens. Chat has a good point. Allan does sabotage the story just about as much as the acts of God.
I mean, only recently, though.
Recently,
Only
yeah.
since being given the wand.
Yes, that was...
Also,
Excuse you, what about like that whole thing you did with the Aarakocra where you manipulated them? Like,
yeah, you did fuck over the Aarakocra.
To also be fair, in his way, he helped resolve the Ziva plotline just at great moral cost.
Hell yeah, I did. That was all part of my, my compulsion. I've also I haven't forgotten about this. I have a loan for 6,000 gold pieces
Oh,
from the Court
damn.
of Stars,
Yeah.
and I need to give it to the needy, but I haven't met any needy yet. We've just
There
met,
was going to be an
little
opportunity. I wrote that in.
I haven't met any needy, so I'm living the high
I'm
life.
just
I got
saying.
so much money.
You met Korak.
Daddy Eren could always use new shoes, bro. That's all I'm saying. Or new armor. Or a
The
sword.
people must have no belongings
Oh.
or whose livelihood is threatened.
Oh,
I don't
shit.
think you apply to
I
either
think
of those.
all of our livelihoods are kind of fucked at this point, bro. So
That's
and
true.
I'll just take my clothes off and take the money.
Okay, so we now have 3 acts of God. And
Thank you, Mage Ones, for the subs and also for carrying Brent through his plus 15. So I got some gear this week. Big pog.
Yep. Thank you, Major Ones, for that.
And he got like the most bis of bis trinkets on his character, pog.
So let's get the first one. We're gonna dole these out one at a time, so we, make some progress at some point. Lysha, this is gonna be your draw. I have shuffled the level 10 Act of God deck. Why don't you draw a card and throw it out there, and so we can see what it is.
Level 10, that's the less bad ones, right?
Yes, that's the first
lowest
tier.
level.
That's the
At least
first tier.
Theoretically.
I drew. Where did it go?
It
Do I
is-
have it? I do
yes.
have it.
So it's not the fire one, it's the other one. Go ahead and drag that out.
Bear's endurance. When in doubt, tough it out.
Cool.
Trying to show it. There we go.
Bear's endurance. Bear's endurance. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
All
So
right.
me and Korak are mind melded now. Kidding.
Womp, womp, womp,
You
womp.
don't want to be melded with the. He's lost his mind and he's a
Yeah, he thinks he's a
I
bear.
have an idea on how to fix that.
Okay.
Is he even with us anymore? Has he just gone off and done his own bear shit?
No, he's with us.
He's still with you. He and Alaka
Nope,
are
bear.
both hanging out with you. So
We have a
Nice.
bear retainer now, bro.
essentially, yes.
I'm happy keeping him in bear form, honestly.
You don't have a
He's
modify
much less
memory spell,
disagreeable
do
now.
you, Alan?
No, I never got that one actually. I was thinking about getting it, but I never did. I went for I went for awaken instead, and I still haven't been able to awake anything either.
That's
I've been
because
waiting to do that, but
the plot
the
has
trees
moved,
around
like-
here are fucking crazy. I don't feel comfortable about having a
Oh,
pet.
that would be fun. You
tree
should
from in here.
definitely do that. You should 100% do that.
Even Alan is afraid of that.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
that's why I thought about unpreparing Wrath of Nature.
So,
Will they
Lysha,
even be on my side?
the card that you have, the Blessing of Morko the Great Bear, is something that you can use at your discretion, just like the Power of Fire, which you currently have. So those are both things that you can choose. They're blessings vested in you as a servant of nature that you can choose to activate when in a time of need. They can each be used once.
Dope. Do I know anything about what the spare one does, or I just hope for the best?
It increases endurance and like fortitude. So if somebody needs to, it imbues somebody with the toughness of a bear. So if somebody
Okay.
needs to go through a physical
So
trial,
I don't have to use it on myself. I can use it on somebody else.
yes,
as well.
the power of fire only you can use, but bear's endurance is a gift you can bless somebody else with if you'd like.
Sweet. Where did that card go, and how do I get it back?
It should. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and right click
Thank
on
you.
it and take card.
Thank you.
Okay. When we last left our heroes, they had entered Glassweb Grotto. Somebody rolled like a natural 20 on a perception check, and so you're starting to see just between each of these stone platforms, at the center of each one, these dark shadows that you see, these are trees and their canopies. There are webs strung between all the different platforms. Rickety bridges lead between them. And over the edge is a crevasse filled with barely perceptible webs and crawling with thousands of spiders. Let's go left to right to determine what you do, because I pre-rolled everyone's initiative, just all of my guys' initiative just in case, but we're not in initiative order just yet.
Okay.
Yeah. This is just so I can speed
dear.
things up, because I have a lot of different moving parts.
Oh yeah, isn't Eren's ear stuck in a web somewhere?
Yeah, where was the glowing ear?
I threw it here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to see what was going on. I remember very clearly trying to throw it so I'd be able to recover it.
Yeah. I think the torch is actually an ear, because I didn't find an ear graphic. And after
Makes
last
sense.
episode, I didn't remember to add an ear like on my to-do list every week. Find ear graphic didn't make the cut. So
True.
yeah. All right, so let's go left to right. It's going to be Thoras, Lysha, Allan, Eren. So Thoras, you hear thousands of skittering little voices in your head, and you can half hear the mumbled thoughts of your party members. It's all sort of a blur.
Covering my ears, I suppose, and crouched over, just whispering over and over to myself, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Just looking very unsettling.
All right. So Thoras is a little bit overwhelmed and doesn't know what to do. Lysha, what are you going to do?
I'm still talking with mushrooms, but I've called Allan over to me, if I remember correctly, and am conveying to him that I need him to have his instrument at the ready and be ready to play music, because what the mushrooms have told me is that the only person who ever made it out of this grotto did so by singing a song to his sisters. It was a silver night. Sang, again, we still don't know how they know he was silver. He smelled like silver, he tasted like silver. And Bendis, yes. If only Bendis were here. But alas, we have Allan, who actually knows how to play his instrument. So we'll see if we can get out of here.
It's just not the same.
Yeah. I'm concerned about this. Lysha, how do you know that they don't hate music and that's how he got out, by pushing them away with music? I don't just want to wander up to these people and start playing a tune. We don't know how they're going to react.
She turns to the mushrooms. Did they like the music?
I can't remember which voice. Oh, I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one.
Yes.
They liked the music.
Okay.
That's good.
I've got to be honest with you, Lysha. It's kind of creepy in here. I'm not in the greatest mood for a tune. Must I play immediately, or will you give some kind of signal for me to start strolling jolly melodies on my dulcimer?
I think a signal is at best, and it may not need to be jolly. Perhaps melancholic is fine given the environment. I think they might like that.
I'm going to start strumming very, very quietly.
Okay.
We're fucked. We're fucked. We're all fucked.
This is not doing much for morale. I won't lie.
Sorry, Eren. Sorry,
Eaten by spiders, eaten by spiders. This is not how I wanted to die.
Basically.
Okay, roll a performance check with disadvantage because, as you pointed out earlier, it's pretty creepy in here.
Yeah. 23, a double 23, baby.
23s,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Completely random. Actually random.
Pseudo-random, by the way.
Okay.
Josh has hacks for D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Roll 20. Cheater.
He's toggling. So, what was I looking for? In the crevasse next to you, this transparent, pale, and blue spider emerges from nothingness, just fades into reality, clinging to the side, looking up at you through its eyes, all sort of pointing in different direction.
I'm gonna stand behind Lysha and keep strumming.
Another one manifests over here. Thoras, the chorus of voices
Fucking hell.
fall quiet. Not all of them are silent, but some of them are going silent. And you can sort of hear them calling to each other, speaking with each other, and gathering.
I'm gonna listen.
Mm-hmm.
What are they saying?
Roll a intelligence check.
Fucking good luck. Just a flat intelligence.
Just a
check?
flat intelligence check.
Give us that nat 20. Oh, no. Oh, no.
You ever just roll an actual zero? You ever just roll a
Minus
zero on an
one,
intelligence check?
Never seen someone roll a 0.
He got a -1 intelligence
What
and
the
he crit
fuck?
failed. Oh, my God. Thoras.
Okay. This seems like
Yeah.
as good a time as any.
Dumb as
Half of
bricks
his
you
brain
are,
shuts
bro.
down.
Thoras falls into a coma.
Again.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, this feels like as good as an interlude as any for Allan to go ahead and draw from the 20 sub-active God deck.
Fuck.
Oh god.
Come on.
And then we're gonna figure out after that what happens to Thoras.
Oh, I've got 2 cards in
It's
here.
bleeding from his ears.
Presumably one of these cards I already had.
Yes,
But
it was
don't really know.
the one with the yellow circle. I can confirm that. The second one with the
okay.
blue circle. Go ahead and throw that out there. I'll just move it for everyone.
Okay. Blue. Frozen. Oh, pardon me. That's the ginger ale talking. Frozen bullock. A cold northern wind freezes the air itself.
Yeah.
Solid.
Strap your bullocks together, laddie. It's a bumpy ride.
Okay, so as you play this song, a frigid wind blows through the grotto, and the glass leaves of the trees, they all ring like small bells or wind chimes. And as the wind passes through the gossamer webs, it makes this high-pitched sort of humming sound, like a tuning fork or 1,000 tiny... Excuse me, that's not the ginger ale. Tiny, faint flutes. And as
faint flutes, did you say?
flutes, yes. And let's see if I have this asset. What? I'll look for it, but the gist of it is, as you said that as you strummed, you... Oh my god, we have another one.
No, dude. We really need to
We're
start
never
sending
leaving this grotto.
targets on when the arc should finish. I think that's going to be pointless.
Oh, wow.
All right, so what direction were you moving, Alan? You said that as you were playing, you were also moving.
Oh yeah, I was moving back. I was backing up away from this first spider that I saw to be behind Lysha. But as I see the other spider, I'm gonna try and position Lysha if possible, just between both spiders and me. So the position that I've got now is somewhat correct.
Okay.
Even though I'm not like the nicest guy in the world, I'm not a big fan of genuinely dark, evil shit. This is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Wait, so you parlay with an infernal, but you don't like dark and evil shit?
Yeah, infernals are fine. That was a little ass snake. It was cute, if anything.
It's not morality.
Spiders are
it's
an important part of the
aesthetic.
natural ecosystem.
Okay.
And they're actually very misunderstood. Arachnids are really beneficial. They hurt and kill the really mean insects that suck your blood.
As Lysha talks, a wall of ice rises up, cutting her off from you.
From between us, I look to my right and my left. There's the wall of ice.
Oh, no!
Oh, come the fuck on.
You know what? Sorry, hang on. That's not right. Let me fix that. Nope, that's red. Don't want that. I think we can all see where this is going, though.
Reach up as fuck.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, mate.
A wall of ice just springs up.
As this cold wind blows through, you've attracted the attention of one of the sons of Vindor, Notus the North Wind. And though the mighty smiting hand of Vindor cannot reach you here in the other world, still the winter wind can, and it forms this wall of ice, cutting you off from your comrades, ushering you forward.
How tall is the wall of ice, out of curiosity?
Let's pull up the wall of ice spell. Wall of ice.
I think it's 30 feet tall.
Vindor's less powerful son, though, can definitely fuck your shit up in this
oh,
show,
yeah.
Josh.
It is 10 feet tall.
Okay.
All right. So you said that it sounded like flutes, the wind as it came through, right?
As it blew through the gossamer nets, yes.
With my vast bardic knowledge of music, I'm going to let out a high-pitched scream that is exactly discordant to the flutes and start strumming on my dulcimer, shouting, fuck, 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 fuck. And I'm going to cast Dispel Magic at the wall in a desperate attempt to get back to my colleagues.
Okay, roll. What's... Oh, yeah, you're going to have to roll for this. Dispel Magic automatically ends any effect of level 3 or lower without any rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
No such luck. So I need you to make a charisma check, Josh. Just a flat charisma, not a charisma save, just a charisma check.
Just a charisma check. Okay.
Pretty good at this, right?
Bards are charismatic.
Oh, the 23.
Oh my
He
God.
nailed it.
Okay, bro.
What? Oh, and you're a bard, so you're half proficient at these because you're half proficient at literally everything.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I accidentally rolled on D&D Beyond at the same time, and I hit a 19. So it's a good job that we're rolling roll 20.
Yep. I also need you to roll a performance check as you try to create this discordant tone.
Okay.
What kind of tone is it, Josh? I want to hear it.
Oh, I rolled twice there.
Well, it's an
I rolled.
Oh!
I rolled twice. By
I thought
accident.
you failed and I was going to take joy in it.
Well, you know,
Well,
I
no,
did say you had disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Ah.
All right.
So it's a nat one.
Yes.
So here's what happens. You immediately you burn your magic and you play this tune and you shatter the ice of Vindur's own sun, one of the four winds.
Okay.
Nice.
But
I'm a very powerful mage these days.
the tone in the entire grotto shifts immediately. The music you were playing before was this dulcimer sweet, and it was drawing the spiders. And now with that dissonant tone, it was not the power of notus that you were clashing with. It was the sound of the wind through the glass webs themselves. It was the sound and the harmony of this place. And your deliberate attempt to be discordant with it has agitated the wildlife. They go from fascinated by your noises to suddenly erupting. Thoras, as you try to focus in and listen to all these voices that are like calling out to each other and becoming quiet, this other noise rips through the grotto, and suddenly your head is filled with angry voices, some of them incredibly tiny, some of them large and old as time itself, as they all react in pain to this hideous noise, nothing like the sweet songs of the Silver One before.
Lysha is going to turn around and slap her hand over top of Allan's mouth. Stop! Stop now! Just for now. You're done now.
Do we all
Now we talk.
recognize the tone?
Maybe we
of-
play again later. No, 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 no. No sound. No sound from you. You're done now. Can I take
would-
my hand off your mouth? Okay.
I would like to do something, if it's allowed.
Yes, what would you like to do?
I'm going to walk over to Allan, and I'm going to intimidate the ever-loving fuck out of him.
Okay.
Alright.
Out of me? I'm
Yeah.
already intimidated. I'm a shivering rat.
The rules for player interactions with Intimidate mean that you can roll whatever number you'd like. He's not obligated, like in game, he's not obligated to react. I'll let Josh decide how he reacts based on the result of your
Okay.
intimidation check.
Can you
Presumably
describe what
you'll-
you're doing at the same time as rolling as well, so I get some idea of how Allan would react?
I am going to waddle over to you. I say waddle. I'm going to basically
Waddle.
briskly...
The most intimidating of walks.
I'm
the
going to
waddle.
briskly walk over to you, just kind of twitching every now and then because of the trying to concentrate on all these angry voices, just saying, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I'm going to grab you by the shoulders and say, Allan, if you don't, for the love of God, play something sweet into my ears right now, I'm going to have your head on a spike.
And the intimidation roll is...
I don't know.
You played the one about Eren saving the world. I love that one.
Okay, 14. I mean, that's enough to rattle the shit out of me while I'm already in this state. I'm gonna sit down on the floor.
like it is for royalty.
I'm gonna sit down on the floor, and I'm gonna do my best rendition of a lullaby. And I'm just gonna, sweet little Thoras.
Hey, Allan,
go
Allan,
to
Allan,
sleep."
Allan.
What? He said he's gonna kill me. Sleep.
Maybe
little
cast
Thoras.
calm mind on yourself and then play. Yes? Can you
Eren.
cast calm mind on yourself?
Sleep.
Eren was expected to be serenaded with some glorious retelling of his deeds that was mildly embellished, just a little bit. And instead he's hearing this shit. It's kind of pathetic. The morale's ruined. Eren is not happy. Eren's gonna pick up his damn ear.
Okay.
Just storm over and pick up his ear.
Okay. The ear is collected.
Excellent. With said ear. Oh, well, I already took a move action. to get
That's
the
fine.
ear.
We're not in exact like combat order yet.
Eren is going to continue to explore while the rest of his party is in disarray. And he's going to go over here and see what's what, you know, like look at the bridges, because you can see a couple bridges ways out of here potentially. Eventually, we're going to have to ford this dark, dank grotto.
So So at the very edge is this wooden bridge. It's impossible to tell how old it is. It seems like it's been there forever. It's covered in mildew and transparent silk. It seems sturdy enough, and on the other side is the platform that you're standing on has a single tree with a few at the edges, and this platform seems to have several trees, all clumped together, and bridges that lead to other areas. What would you like to do?
Eren is going to attempt to hurl his ear unthreateningly into the middle of this copse of trees. You know, like it's more of a lob. It's more of like it's like Drake, you know, in that gif. He's just, you know,
Gently underhand.
You're gonna lob your lobe?
Gently underhand. I'm gonna, yeah, buddy, over here. He's trying to scout. He's trying to get some information because frankly, he doesn't know what's going on with this music and stuff, but he wants to be away from these discordant utterings.
That's fair, and don't worry, we will be getting back to the sweet lullaby in a moment. So you throw the ear, and once again it catches in these webs scattered between the trees. Roll a perception check, please.
Okay. Here we go. When my sheet loads. Perception.
23. Nice. Okay.
God.
So, a human-sized spider is lurking off in the darkness over here, clinging to this sort of stalactite shape.
Okay.
And another one lurks down in the pit over here.
Okay. Do they look threatening, or do they simply seem to be
They look
observing?
Agitated.
Okay, yep. Lysha, there's more spiders over here. You sure you can't turn into one and convince them that we're friends and maybe even ferry us across their web kingdom out of here?
I've considered it.
Okay, keep considering it. Maybe add more consideration to this idea.
It's a plan B.
Okay, what's plan A again?
Get Allan to calm down and sing well.
Wow, so we're babysitting this guy, really?
Yep.
Meanwhile, Thoras is just screaming at Allan.
Eren puts his hands on his hips and starts tapping his foot impatiently as he watches the party flounder.
Okay. You can feel a spider crawling around on the underside of your detached ear.
Ah, dude! Actually gave me shivers in real life. Oh, okay. But I can. All right, it's a small spider though, right?
Yeah.
Am I the only one of this party who's not afraid of spiders?
Well,
IRL?
Eren slept in barns and shit. You know, he's okay with spiders. Just the big ones is like more of an issue. Little ones is fine, but this is on his ear. Like no one, even if you're a friend, even Steve Irwin wouldn't have let a spider just crawl in his damn ear.
Would have let a crocodile crawl in his damn ear, though, wouldn't he?
No,
I've got a terrible story.
Throw in the back of the ute.
Terrible story of spiders' webs in Australia.
Oh, is this Foreheads content? This sounds like Foreheads content.
Yeah, I mean, it's when I was like 13, I was in the outback with my uncle and my nan and his girlfriend, and we were camping. And he's quite an adventurous guy, even if he was like 40 at that point, but he likes to fuck around a lot. And it was super late at night. We had a high-powered torch, and he wanted to go wandering in the outback jungle at midnight.
You're telling this to Allan to calm him down, right?
Yes, this is a story of the old Goliath country.
Him down. But he was just walking through the jungle and walked directly into a giant spider's web, about the width of his shoulders, and huge white spider on his back. And I've never seen anyone rip their shirt off faster than him in that moment. And he did not come back for that shirt. We just walked back, and he was topless.
It's a spider shirt now.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
It earned it.
That's fucking great. Yeah, I mean, this is.
All right.
Whether my mom was lying to me or not, she's Danish. She used to tell me that spiders are good luck in Denmark. And so I wasn't afraid of them as a kid. But where I grew up, there were also no poisonous spiders. So
Good luck in China too, I think.
I'm gonna need sauce on that. Meanwhile, Eren, are you doing anything about the fact that your detachable ear is being crawled over and explored?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and retrieve it on foot, I think.
Okay.
Sneakily, if possible. Not stealthily because I'm wearing fucking plate armor, but you know.
Well, like, the only thing I can give you here is a stealth check at disadvantage. That's the only way to give you any sort of mechanical edge here. So why don't you roll me that?
Okay, well, we'll have a go. Oh, I'm semi-proficient in stealth. Okay. Oh yeah, it's because of my my sword. Maybe I think.
Yep. Perfectly random.
Yep,
All right.
Pseudo RNG.
Okay, so a few things happen. One, you carefully, quietly cross the bridge. Two, draw a card from the level 30 Act of God deck.
No. All right. What do we got? Well, okay. Fey Reverie. Shimmering images you only dreamt and half forgotten songs drift by. I wish I could fully forget Josh's song.
That doesn't sound good.
Okay. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
That's a loss.
No!
All right. Now roll 1d4. Oh, sorry, 1d8. 1d8.
Okay. 7.
All right.
No, dude, where's my ear? Oh no!
As you cross the bridge, the song and the chimes all meld together into this beautiful, playful melody, as if you're surrounded by fairies all singing, and the horrible darkness of this place and the glistening, chitinous, bloated creatures that dwell within, eager to ensnare you in their webs and drain the very life juices from you, all fade away, replaced by a lovely meadow with the autumn light shining down at a nice angle. And just over in the next meadow over, you're pretty sure there's a whole bunch of sky-clad elves all having a dance. You can't, they're not quite, there's just, some modesty bushes in the way, but you're pretty sure they're right over there. So this is what happens. 1, you are charmed. 2, you believe you've just stepped into a magical fairy wonderland. 3, the others of you, as you see him cross this bridge, he vanishes out of sight, and you can just barely see him appear over... Oh, no, wrong button. Over here.
I can't believe it.
Do any of us have a lot of diamond dust on us?
Made it. Guys, over here.
Anyone happen to be carrying around 100 gold pieces worth of diamond dust? Joe knows why.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. All right. It is now my turn. As Eren Vol steps across the gap, this appears.
Doesn't look like a spider. It looks like a mechanical spider.
It is a multicolored. It's a large spider with glowing red eyes and a slightly scintillating multicolored carapace. And it emerges, drags itself up from between the 3 stones it's wedged in. Carefully, its furry, clawed appendages missing the luminescent fungus as it climbs up. And Eren doesn't see a thing. He's lost in this idyllic vision of what he's been trying to accomplish, his end goal this whole time, a place to party, relax, and have a good time. And it walks up to him, and it leans down with its huge mandibles dripping ichor right by his head. And it sniffs him. Well, it doesn't have nostrils, but it tastes him. And in your vision, you feel the faint caress of somebody exceptionally attractive just out of reach as it leans down and runs its mandibles over him, testing.
Listen, babe, yeah, this is great. But, I've got my friends. They're going to come here too. I mean, Thoras is bringing the party. You clearly got the beverages. Maybe they can wait. They'll be fine, I'm sure.
Meanwhile, over here, the agitated spiders draw close. Alika, for once less chipper than normal, clings closely to Lysha, and Korak the bear paces back and forth, growling at the edge of the cavern.
Okay, everyone. Let's calm down.
Thoras, Lysha, and Allan. Thoras has the action, but if you need to wait for Allan's basic, outcome to be resolved first, we can do that. What would you like to do?
I am going to keep polishing my axe whilst looking around, narrow-eyed, just, what's going on?
Okay.
Trying to get a read on the situation and ignore the voices in my head whilst saying, shut up, every now and then, shut up.
You have disadvantage on everything until you throw this off because of that natural one that you rolled. They are so distracting. You have disadvantage on everything until it clears up.
Gotcha. Cool.
I will give you a new save on your next round. But since you're not doing anything, you don't have to roll a disadvantage. You're fine. Okay. Lysha, Eren is gone.
Well, gone to a better place.
What would you like to do?
Well, as much as Lysha, I would like she rolled that ridiculous perception check, so I'm assuming she can see that Eren's over there.
Yes.
And as much as she wants to save him right now, I think the best way to save him is to get the spider's attention, but in a good way. So, holding Alika to one side and kind of reaching back and just like patting Allan gently on the head on the other one, trying to pet him. Shh, calm down. It's all fine. You can play. You can play beautiful music. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals. And try to speak to the spiders in Elvish, very respectively, because I don't speak Sylvan, so Elvish is the best I can do. And say, we come in peace, we seek the sisters, and this one, while he made a grave error, would like to play some truly beautiful music for you.
All right, I have no idea how this is going to sound. Let's assess it.
Who does not sing? He does not play.
Well, that was horrifying.
Good, cool, awesome, landed.
You'd prefer he didn't play? If he played something different, like the first one?
Is the music in his blood? Is that where to find it?
Well.
The music is in his aura, around him. It comes from his environment.
It's inspiration.
Allan, where does your music inspiration come from?
From my self-confidence. And he's
Allan, you're a very attractive bard. Allan,
He's
you're the best
showing
bard there ever was.
Don't. Allan, don't get us killed.
Allan, I have never believed in a human more than half-elf human, but you are the hybrid of two great nations. Show us.
I'm gonna nod to myself.
Talk.
Lysha having to gas up Allan.
Pump her
Oh
up.
my god.
I'm gonna nod to myself. Yes, I am. Okay. All right. I'm never gonna hear music like this again. Okay. And I'm gonna cast minor illusion of the and project the sound of an orchestra, just like the beginning of large orchestral pieces where they start
Overture.
to warm up and it's like the strings that are getting it's like
They're getting proper plucked.
the gentle building, the crescendo that marks the opening of an epic piece. And so that's what my minor illusion's doing. And then I'm gonna get to my feet. I'm gonna look the spider in one of its eyes, kind of looking at many of its eyes till I find one that I want to look at. and then I'm gonna play my little heart out. I'm gonna play them a tune of all of our great adventure so far, exaggerating my own role for my own self-confidence. That I, fearless leader of this party, have taken them through. We buried many foes that Lysha destroyed, and I wept for their souls. And I saved Thoras from all sorts of horrible situations that he got himself in because he is puny and weak despite his stature. And Eren
reminded herself not to throttle you because this is important.
And Eren was obviously the biggest Chad, right?
Thoras would not know that this is important.
And Eren, the small virgin child that he keeps along, teaching him the ways of the world.
The small virgin.
Instructing him in the arts of love.
Oh my God.
And all of this
Why do I
just to
bother
build up
making
his own
backwards
self-confidence and keep inspiring kind of himself to greater and greater performing heights. He's going to get lost in the music.
Okay, so
You should have partically inspired yourself.
I'm going to grant you inspiration for this because the setup and the extra magic is really good, which is going to allow you to make this roll not at disadvantage. But before you do that, Thoras does not understand how important this is. Did I hear you right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Well, wait, you
Joe.
came over and yelled at him to sing well.
I understood the context because I just sensed immense anger, like a force ghost just shoving it down my neck. Like out in the world, I felt anger as soon as Allan started freaking out like a pansy Goliath child unable to hunt his first rock. So I understand that the music is key, but I am very stupid. So when he's shit talking me in this song, I'm gonna be like, oh, whoa. Thoras is not weak.
I'm lost in the music. I'm going to keep singing about how puny and little Thoras was until he learned the ways from Allan O'Dale. And I'm not even going to harp on it in order to like make a point. I'm literally just not paying attention to Thoras.
Thoras, the song is a parody. He's singing the opposite of what's true. Everything he's saying is parody.
Thoras does not know parody.
It's humor for the spiders. It's funny. It's meant to be funny because it's so obviously false.
Jokes are not.
Jokes are not funny. Are you singing a Disturbed song or?
Yeah, some throat singing.
It's
No, I'm gonna sulk now, but I'm still quite wary of our surroundings.
Okay.
I thought you'd bop him one personally, but
Allan, roll a performance check.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Wait, 2 nat ones in a row?
This is like
This thing is broken.
Christmas.
Kidding me?
This is like
Every
Christmas.
second roll of the same kind is the same.
Okay.
No.
Is there something wrong with that? Because we have a lot of duplicated rolls.
The only thing I can say about that is
Remember that
I'm
time
lucky.
like 5 episodes ago where Allan and I rolled the same thing in a row like 6 times?
everybody roll for initiative.
Yeah.
No!
Shite! What a great plan that was.
Oh, tits! I got a +4 to roll 6.
Oh no.
Well, I guess it checks out given.
I can't talk them out of it.
You can still do that, you know, while they're trying to cocoon you and desiccate your corpse.
Question.
Yes.
For the purposes of my charmed, who
Pick
is
the first one I
charmer?
rolled twice.
The charmer,
Who has charmed me? Because
unspecified Seelie powers. Why?
Okay. Because obviously then I wouldn't be able to attack the person who charmed me.
Yeah, that person is not present, so I wouldn't be too concerned about that.
Very good.
The question is whether you can perceive your...
Does he even know he's in battle?
Well, as long... He still has to go, like, in an order, right? We still have to do that. So, let's see, did I get Allan O'Dale in here? Let's get him in here. Yeah, so I'm not saying it's too late for peace. I'm just saying that we're going to begin with the blood sucking and the eating and the cocooning and all that.
Imagine rolling a nat 1.
Oh, and Thoras, I have something special for you on your turn, so don't let me forget that.
Lysha is never going to forgive you for the content of that song and for how horrible it was.
All right, Eren, the
one time I tried to count on you.
The slender figure, it's almost like you're being brushed by the hair of some unseen maiden. It passes up and down your back, caresses your face, and then parts with you, vanishing away.
Oh, wait. I didn't get to know what your favorite beer was. Wait. Oh, come on. I didn't get to show you my wings. Come back.
As the immense fuck-off spider begins climbing rapidly towards the source of the horrible vibrations that are emanating through the air. And let's do that. Yeah, that's good. Let's do that. It casts Haste.
Oh.
Who can I get with this Haste spell? AoE on Haste is one willing creature. Okay, so it can only target one creature. I'm going to target this big spider right here. It puts Haste on that spider with its action. Until the spell ends, the target's speed is doubled against +2 AC. It has advantage on Dex, and it gets an additional action on each turn. Where's my little winged boots icon? It's hiding around here somewhere. With the wings. Go ahead.
I think I had a haste from one of the previous active gods. Is that already run
That's
out?
one of your two cards. No, that's one of your two cards. You may, on your turn, you may use that, and these active gods are not actions. You can just, if you're holding on to it, you can just use it. On your turn, usually on your turn only. Okay, that will do it for that creature. Allan, it is your turn. Your song has not gone over well, and there are spiders swarming out of every crevasse.
Jesus Christ.
Well, like I said, I lost myself in the music. So I'm not even sure that I would notice. I'm really just trying to give the performance of a lifetime out here.
Would you like to make another performance check with disadvantage?
Let me think if there's anything else I would even do. Yeah, I think that is all I would do. I would just keep performing until something actually attacked me. I'm gonna just keep performing.
Roll it.
So with disadvantage.
The moment.
Oh,
a 14.
14.
Okay. So that is going to pacify. You know what? I'm going to use that as the saving. All spiders near you are going to have to roll a saving throw against that in order to attack your group. That's how I'm going to handle that.
Okay. Right.
Because they are especially susceptible to music. You have a bonus action, but if you're lost in the sauce, you're probably not going to use it, right?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it is kind of inspiring music anyway. That's the intent of it. So I guess I'll use my bonus inspiration, like my
Bardic inspiration.
Yeah, and I'll inspire. Who's it even intended to inspire? It's focused on me.
Inspire yourself.
Well, you can't inspire yourself.
You know, Alika probably is buying into the crap.
Oh, that's so true. Yep, I'm gonna bardically inspire Olika.
Okay. Oh, what a lovely turn.
Yeah, because I didn't say any shit about Olika, because honestly, I just forgot about her.
That's standard.
Wow.
The usual.
That's normal. Okay, mark off one use of Bardic Inspiration, and it is spider time. Okay. I'm going to roll will saving throws for these spiders against a 14, or they won't attack. Is there a little musical icon? I don't think there is. I'll put these wobbly things on them if they're too enraptured to attack. Gonna roll for this one right here. These are swarms of spiders, by the way. They're fairly large, but you know they're not much bigger than something you'd see in real life. But there's thousands of them just crawling like a carpet over the ground.
Burn it to the ground.
Another group pops up over here. They're just erupting from the in-between places. But again, your music seems to be a good countermeasure for the time being. There are 4 swarms in your immediate vicinity. And I think all of them have failed. Yeah, all of them have failed. None of them are attacking. They're all held at bay for the time being. Okay. A creature emerges from the darkness over here. Its lower body is a vast horse-sized spider, and its upper body is a beautiful fey maiden. As it crawls out.
Like the Dark Souls boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes. See, that's the stuff of nightmare.
Chaos Witch Kulag.
Yeah, Quaylag.
It has
Quaylag.
advantage on saves against being charmed because it is...
It rolls a nat 20.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And it is going to outline... All right, it's going to move. It crawls atop here to the far side of this bridge. And it reaches out its hand and it speaks in this strange sing-song voice in the Sylvan tongue. And glowing lights float up from all the mushrooms nearby and surround Allan O'Dale. Actually, it surrounds all of you. Everybody roll a dexterity saving throw, except for Eren, because he's way the hell away.
We need some sunlight here, gang.
Oh, wait.
Doesn't
Whoops, that wasn't a
doesn't
save.
fuck 'em up?
Dexterity
Is this an
saving
effect?
throw.
I rolled a 10.
Is this an effect I can see?
Yes.
Okay, I gain advantage on it.
Lysha, do you have advantage or disadvantage right now? Because it is double rolling.
No, I
for
just
you.
accidentally hit it twice.
Got it. We'll take the first one. Okay, so of the 3 of you, the only one who fails is Allan, who is the light from the mushrooms floats off the mushrooms, which are still glowing, and then it sticks to you, outlining you like a glowing "please stab me" target.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna roll
Would
a
you have
saving throw.
noticed this?
No, probably not. He probably thinks it's
no.
part of your spell.
You're playing so well, you're glowing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The mushrooms are singing back to you. It's lovely.
Yad.
All right, you go here, you go here, you go here. Just organizing all my stuff. All right. Now for these bad boys. These are the human-sized, just overly large spiders. Huge bloated bodies, but they have pointed ears coming out of the sides of their heads, and their first 2 forward legs end in hands.
Okay.
All right, what are we gonna have these guys do? Special abilities. Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna go with that. Awesome, great, excellent. There's another one. Crawls out of the abyss, skittering between the various webs as they all grow close. They're all favoring the edge, the side, because that gives them maximum cover. This one's going to crawl over to here. Now, they do have to roll saving throws in order to attack you because of the music. I'm going to start up here.
There's a lot of spiders.
This is a we'll just say this is a situation. All right, so at least one of them is enraptured by your melody and is unable to attack you. This one right here, unimpressed. It fires a web directly at, it just spins a web and throws it at Thoras. Does a 14 hit Thoras?
On my AC?
Yes.
No, it does not.
All right, the web goes flying past you and just gloms onto the tree behind you. It then scuttles down to protect itself. If you're standing on the edge, you're directly above it and you'll have advantage to attack it. But if you're anywhere else, it has disadvantage because it has such good cover. The one that just got hasted is going to roll its save, and if it fails, I'm going to be very disappointed. Well, I'm very disappointed.
Oh, hallelujah.
So it moves with incredible rapidity all the way over here, and then it just sort of stops listening. What is that melody? This one's gonna move, scuttle over to the side, roll a saving throw against the the music of Allan O'Dale, which it also fails.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, and it's held at bay for the time being, enraptured by the unearthly tones. Lysha, it's your turn.
Okay. Still able to speak with animals.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I had a sense of is there like intelligence behind those 8 eyes? How smart do those big ones look? The big blue ones.
The big
Can I
blue
tell?
ones? Roll I'm gonna let you use your
Is they schmort?
Is they smart?
I will let you make an insight check, but that will take your bonus action.
Okay.
All right.
I'm okay with that.
Roll an insight check. 17.
Oh, nice.
There is a sort of dim intelligence in those large ones that phase in and out between realities.
Okay. So I feel like this might not work then.
They're also not beasts. Those ones, at least, are not beasts. They are monstrosities.
They're not beasts.
Yep.
Well, you know what I'm thinking then.
I imagined it was somewhere in that neighborhood.
What about the smaller ones? Are those beasts or are those also monstrosities?
The swarms of just like the carpet of spiders, those are beasts.
I guess they're swarms.
Yes.
Okay.
But they're also not intelligent.
Okay. And that big old one's probably out of range. The big, and that's also probably a monstrosity. That big multicolored one that was eating Eren's head.
Oh yeah, that's no earthly spider. It's a monstrosity, but abilities that target Fae also work on it.
Gotcha. Well,
it's actually an aberration, but we're gonna call it a Fae. It's not a creature of the one flesh.
Okay. Oh no, those blue ones are creatures of the one flesh.
No,
Do I
no,
know that?
They are not. They are, I
Okay.
can confirm everything here has
I was
a
like,
Fae
Lysha will now
ancestry.
throw down.
Sweet.
All bets are off. Okay.
You have 10 seconds to comply. What would you like to do?
Okay. I am going to
We need sunlight.
guide. I'm gonna continue to speak. I'm speaking with animals already. I'm kind of chatting with them. We're friends. Please listen to the music. We didn't mean to affront you. He's just having a bad day. I promise it will get better. And
next reviews.
he's ramping up to his great
Finale.
finale to the best song he's ever played.
The greatest song in the world. No.
Yep, that. And I'm going to have to stop concentrating for a moment on Speak with Animals and trust that my message was received.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to lay another hand on Allan, tap his shoulder, give him some guidance.
Okay.
Using my cantrip guidance.
Great.
Touch one willing creature, and once in the next minute before the spell ends, you can add a d4 to one ability check of your choice.
And this is a concentration effect?
This is a concentration cantrip, yes.
Okay. Allan, you can add 1d4 to a skill check, essentially.
Allan,
Okay.
play better. That's my guidance. Play better.
Thoras. Oh, actually, do you want Alika to do anything? Because Alika's sort of paired to you right now. Look at these beautiful colors.
Alika, go ride Korak. Stay safe. Korak, the bear, will keep you safe. Yes, it's very pretty, but you should probably stand far from Allan, who's making people angry.
Hello,
Or spiders angry.
She climbs up on Korak the bear's back. Thoras.
Korak can keep pacing.
All right. Korak paces away from all the big spiders. Remember how I said there was something special on your turn?
Yeah.
Draw a card from the 40 sub active god deck, if you would. And let's see what we got.
is not going to be good.
I mean, it might be.
What is the proportion of good
What
to
the
bad?
hell?
I don't know it. Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh. You got a better version of mine.
Death is not the end. From the ashes you shall rise.
You
Oh,
got
there's only
the-
one way to interpret that.
He's immortal.
He gets an extra life next time he dies.
You feel
Automatic save.
You feel immortal. You feel like death is not the end. You feel loosed from the bonds of mortality. Go ahead and right click and add that card back to your hand. Is this some Lord of the Rings shit? Am I about to rise as Thoras the White? Good question. You don't know. Oh. Still my go. I still get an option. What is this? What is the scene? Set the scene for me here. Like what? You are standing. What are the spiders doing? The spiders are crawling in the thousands of tiny ones, like a carpet of skittering, little abdomens and thoraxes moving along the way. But many of them seem to be held at bay, watching from the sides as Allan plays the music that they so crave. One of them has thrown a web at you, but none of them have attacked in any other way so far, aside from the sparkly lights that are covering a lot of you. And what of the voices? Mixed reviews. Roll an intelligence check. This is a free... Reviews. Yeah, this is not at disadvantage, just a flat one. Oh, well, there we go. Way better. Okay, Thoras, you are now telepathic. What? You have the ability to communicate with creatures by focusing your mind upon them. What a terrible ability to give Thoras. That was the gift of the one flesh from the last one. In exchange for having to polish your axe, you now have telepathy. Now that you've sort of taken a moment to focus in on things, you can no longer read minds, but it was never really the ability to read minds. It was more like just an unfocused, uncontrolled telepathy. You have the ability to establish telepathic contact with a single creature at a time and communicate regardless of language barriers.
Does that include plants? Can I unprepare both spells in the future, Thoras?
Not plants, only sentient creatures. So you can't speak with non-sentient animals. Thoras is not going to tell you guys this, because last time Thoras had show and tell, you tried to chop his nipple off. So
he forgave us for that.
Show and tell.
Plus, I could have restored it if you gave me some diamond dust. You'd have gotten it back.
Yes, I need some diamond dust to restore my nipple. Yes. The classic.
What the hell does Thoras want to do now? I guess I would channel just a thought at this big creature here, the one that looks more humanoid and intelligent, and I would channel the image of their own demise and Thoras's conquest over all. Arachnid or not does not matter. And it's not really words, but a setting and a scene.
Like the hobbits watching the Shire burn.
Yes. Yeah, I am burning the grotto to the ground and emerging with a silk suit. And the general consensus is, whether or not you live or die does not matter to me. I will receive my suit and I will leave here alive. Roll an intimidate check.
Fuck you, Thoras.
After this, I need to speak to the party.
Oh, that's
seriously.
not bad.
Okay. I mean, Thoras has had a bad day. Like he's been undermined by Allan. He's been called weak in his stories. Thoras is not weak. Thoras is very strong. And he's had a mental shock from multiple voices. No one's explained what's going on. His suit got turned into grass earlier, so now he needs to get a new one. And he doesn't even want to be here. He wants to be killing a dragon. Okay. He's pissed. That was a bonus action. You still have an action, if you'd like to take one. What is the reaction from this bloody thing? The Gossamer Daughter hesitates and hisses.
sort of recoiling away from the image.
Okay, well, I'm going to step forward and then project a giant arm and pull her towards me and double down and say, "You will make me my suit."
Oh my god.
You have to move within 10 feet to do that.
Oh, fuck. Bollocks. I got to go on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Pass.
Boo.
Just gonna glare.
Okay, you glare menacingly. It's spider time.
Did Alan get another turn before the spiders or no?
There are many different types of spiders.
Oh, I'm very.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. We haven't even
Can I
gotten to
point
the
something
bottom
out?
of the initiative order.
Party.
Oh my gosh.
The spiders, listen, the spiders avoided the luminescence from the mushrooms, right? It was mentioned earlier on, they're very susceptible to sunlight. Can we fucking get some sunlight in here, please? Some kind of magic. We can fuck these guys up.
Yeah, that's a thing I can do, but I don't want to do it yet. I'm still trying to be peaceful.
Okay.
I can't do it.
Now it's out there. Now it's out there.
Yeah, Thoras just wants the suit, man.
We need lights.
And there was light. Or
Okay.
there could be.
Of all the, don't worry about the secret stuff I'm doing. Don't you worry about it at all. Definitely not moving more dudes around in the darkness. Okay, that move, they move. Great, excellent, perfect, very good. All right, so two of the phase spiders, the white and blue ones, are enraptured by the music, but one of them is thoroughly unimpressed. And seeing Thoras glare at the Gossamer daughter and the daughter recoiling, it just walks up to Thoras and bites him.
Yeah, good luck.
Survey says a 15.
Ooh.
Does that hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, great, excellent. You take 11 points of piercing damage and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And let me know if you have any special abilities to defend.
Yeah, I'm gonna
against this.
reaction that. I'm gonna deduct some of the damage away with my Stone's Endurance.
Okay, so the total damage is gonna be, so you take the full 11 plus 5, 16 points of damage. So go ahead and roll 1d12 plus your Constitution modifier. Congratulations, you take 11 points of damage
God almighty.
instead of 15.
Unlucky.
All right. Meanwhile, Eren, a beautiful apparition manifests before you in your lovely dream that you're having.
Yep.
And it beckons and it wraps itself around you and does a 18 hit your armor class.
Meet
or beat. So if it is 18, that's a hit.
Yeah.
All right, great. It chomps down on you. Take 7 points of piercing damage and roll. Do you have heavy armor mastery?
I do, yeah.
Take 4 points of piercing damage and roll a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage because you're in a fairy reverie.
Is it poison damage?
It is poison damage.
Then I have advantage against poison damage checks.
Great. Roll a flat save. Okay, you take half of that, so your total damage is going to be 11 points total.
Fuck.
Roll an immediate wisdom saving throw. Not at disadvantage, just a flat wisdom saving throw. Yes, you are still charmed.
I am re-rolling that.
Okay.
So you use my indomitable
will? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you snap out of it, and the fairy vision is replaced by a hideous chitinous nightmare in your face.
Oh my god.
You will be able to do stuff on your turn. Congratulations. That's something. You're less boned. Okay. That being said, out of the darkness and the shadows, another Gossamer daughter, her lower half, this massive, spider form, her upper half, this lovely fairy maiden appears, hissing in anger. Arcane energy coursing between her fingertips. She rolls a saving throw against the music. And succeeds. And in her anger, she will cast Hold Monster on Allan O'Dale.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was going to be Thoras because I'm just a monster, you know? I'm just so swole.
Roll a wisdom saving throw, Allan. You may not add the 1d4 to this. That only helps on skill checks.
19.
19. You throw off the spell almost effortlessly. This seems to annoy her.
One cannot get in the way of good music. Performance of a lifetime.
Okay. Do I have anything else? I do not. So much for her grand appearance. Cool. Eren, it's your turn. You are no longer charmed. There's a giant fuck-off spider in your face. What are you going to do next?
Oh, I have to deal with this spider, but I have a suspicion that chick is controlling the spiders. Well, yeah. Oh, I need to go. I don't want to provoke any attacks of opportunity. I need to deal with the spider in front of me, I think. I think that's going to be the plan.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm going to try and fight this spider, I suppose.
All right.
Just going to do the classic. Get in there and start fighting.
Give him the business.
Do I want to... Does it look armored? Like, can Eren sort of tell whether this thing looks like... You said chitinous. Great word, by the way.
Thank you.
Does this thing look like it's going to be easy to crack into? Eren has problems with armor, you know?
It's no Knight of Terra Nimbus.
Okay. Well, I think Eren is actually going to use his Great Weapon Master attack to take the -5 penalty on the attack roll. I think he's going to try that.
Okay.
Hopefully he can get in there. So I guess I'll still roll the attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hello? Yeah, I know it's not it's not rolling, dude.
Why don't you do 1d20 and we'll do mental math, and then like as soon as you do that, it's automatically going to populate through because that's how this always goes, right?
Yeah, I'll do d20 plus 3, right? Because I'm +8 to hit.
Yep. Do 1d20 plus 3. Oh yeah, no, that's good. That'll do the job.
Nice.
Give me that damage. Oh, that's your first. Actually, yeah. Why don't you give me that damage and then we'll do your second attack.
Let me just. Sorry, I have to do it the slow way. It's kind of lame, but.
All right.
Maybe your extension crashed.
Yeah, it might have. Yeah.
That's possible.
First is
nice.
What?
Yeah, because I get a +10 if I take -5 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That is nuts.
Great weapon mastery.
What in the ever-loving fuck?
Thoras can take that as well.
Who?
Almost. It's bloodied immediately. Icar squelches all over you. Roll your second attack.
All right. Let's see if I can hit it again. How about that?
An 11? No. That one is going to fail. It glances off of it. Your first one went right into its thorax. The second one bounces off one of its many limbs, bruising it somewhat, but failing to get the same results.
Okay. Well.
You get 2 attacks, right?
Yes.
All right. And
I rolled 2 attacks against it.
Mm-hmm. And you do have anything you want to do with your bonus action?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna chill.
All right. Then bottom of the round. Back to the gigantic spider that was up in your business earlier, now making its way over to our friends. What can this guy do? Oh, I know it can do. It can turn invisible. It weaves a spell over itself and fades from sight as its action.
Mm.
And it moves undetected through the net. Allan, it is your turn. There's a giant spider in your face. You may continue to play, or you may end your song.
With his eyes closed,
Don't worry,
raptured
Allan.
into the music.
I'll protect you. Keep playing.
He brushes off Lysha's hand. He brushes off the spell that was attempting to stop him. Nothing can stop this second verse, this powerful second verse. And he goes straight into it. So I've got the haste that I can use, right? What is haste again? You can use 2 actions per turn.
Yes.
Is there any other effect of haste?
Yes, you get advantage on your dexterity saving throws, +2 to your armor class, and your movement speed is doubled.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pop my haste,
Mm-hmm.
and I am going to continue performing. And so for my first action, I would like to continue my performance.
All right, roll performance check. Flat.
A 26.
26.
A 26. I mean, I was gonna perform a second time to give me like quasi advantage, but you know what? My second action is gonna have to be something different now, I suppose.
You could cast a spell as part of your song, essentially, if you'd like.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna attempt to do, pretty much. I am going to. I don't even know whether I have anything that really works here. I'm going to cast. Oh, here we go. Let's try this. I'm going to cast invisibility as I swirl and dance around, taken up by the music and by my own haste, I suppose, just moving faster than I ever perceived possible before.
He's playing through the fire and the flames on expert difficulty.
I'll accidentally bump into Thoras and cast invisibility on him.
Wait, what?
So I don't think you have to be willing. I think it just says a creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. So yeah, I'm gonna cast invisibility on Thoras. And I'm also gonna use my bonus action to inspire Thoras as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna start. The second chorus is where I've already built up enough self-confidence to start inspiring the rest of my group. So I talk about how they took great courage from me and ascended to greater and greater heights. So this is where I'm still saying that it was kind of because of me that they found the strength within themselves. But I'm gonna, wax lyrical in this second chorus about in the second verse, about Thoras' ability to slay the giant. That's what this course,
the fall of Hadrian.
Yeah, that's what this stanza is about.
Okay, Thoras, you feel yourself become invisible, but you're also hearing about that giant that you slew, and that makes you feel good. Let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and why don't you play that card out of your hand so that I can, now that it's been used.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna put you.
What do? I just drop it on the table?
Yep.
Like that? Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and yoink it. Oop, it's mine now. And I put the haste on you. All right. These swarms of spiders, none of them can approach. They're all just sort of enraptured by the sound, and they start to this soft, uncomfortable squeaking sound as they do the crab dance. Thousands and thousands of little spider hands touching each other makes this weird subsonic noise. The Gossamer Daughter over here, I'm gonna roll, but I have a 5% chance of making this essentially.
Don't get lucky.
Nope.
Kind of close.
No joy.
Okay.
I think you have reopened the lines of diplomacy for everything on the map once we go through the initiative order. If everyone here, if none of the spiders attack you, the door to diplomacy is open, except for the one that Eren's fighting. That one is just going to have to get splorched. That ship has sailed. But
What
yeah.
about the one that bit me?
One that bit you, it's going to have to roll a save. And if it's enraptured, then, unless you splorch it, which you go first. So splorching may
Oh, I
yet
thought you
occur.
meant that we're just.
What
Okay,
about
never
the
mind.
Arachnomancer, though?
Mhm.
I thought you meant that the lines of diplomacy are open, like we're going to start negotiations over silk deals.
Well, that's
Like-
the idea. If
Yeah.
none of us attack the spiders
This
at this
isn't the
point,
fucking East India Trading Company, bro.
if we stay calm and we don't attack the spiders, like the one that Eren hit is already going to fight us no matter what.
Trump me
If-
after pretending to be some
hey,
broad. What do you want me to do?
Not arguing. But if you don't hit that spider, those silk trade discussions begin. Like,
I'm not convinced Eren may be fully cognizant of this at this time, though there's no way he missed this performance. It's echoing across and humming within, like, all the webs, the Gossamer webs strewn across the grotto have become part of the symphony as they ring out in harmony with this chorus, verse, whatever. I'm gonna roll a new wisdom saving throw for this one over here. Nope. We're done. This song, the second verse is much better than the first.
Paralyzed them.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, so that's it for those critters. Lysha, before you do anything, chat would like a word.
oh dear. What have I done?
You're going to draw a card from the 50 sub active god deck.
Nice.
Oh.
Pog.
Father mocking fun of a sitch.
Just as everything is turning out like slightly better, let's see how the
Everything's
turntables.
coming up roses and daffodils.
Oh no.
Okay, what does this say? Here. I am blind.
I'm not sure
and
why.
I shrunk the window.
I'm not sure why I can't see it. It's I know.
It pops into my hand first.
Mhm.
But,
But like
you
I
go.
have godlike powers and I
oops,
should be able
there
to
we
see
go.
everything.
Avenging Angel. I can't read the subtitle.
Oh,
heavens open and Raelta's messenger appears.
Except they can't, can
this is not the Starless Market. You were in the Starless Market earlier, which is a
Oh.
unique place cut off from the Court of Stars. This place is not. Oh lordy.
That is a fat act of God.
Big.
Please don't undo all the work we've done.
No, actually,
Oh,
this.
shit.
That seems good.
Except this is the person I have my bloody loan out to, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, and these are some helpless, poor spiders that you should give money to.
True.
really?
Lysha, before
They
I
have no
start
possessions.
meddling with your agency, why don't you go ahead and take your turn and we'll deal with this in a moment. What would you like to do?
Because it might change what I was gonna do, I guess.
Well, would you like me to go through with it first?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Allan's song resonates throughout the entire grotto as the trees themselves ring out and the gossamer webs hum along like the string instruments of a chorus.
Yeah, I'm good.
And right, I don't have a piece for him. Almost from the tree that you're all gathered around, Dietrich appears in a flash of light.
No way.
And as he appears, he starts harmonizing with Allan. They start harmonizing with Allan, and they reach up to the branches of the glass tree and begin sculpting it into the shape of a harp.
What the?
I love this dude.
From the living glass,
I love them.
they form this harp, and the strings are of gossamer, and the harp body is from this living glass tree. And the song echoes out across the entire grotto, and every single spider in the area shuts the hell up. Unless Eren real quick wants, like, everyone pauses, and if Eren wants to do a quick, that's fine.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
So, seeing this, I was gonna wild shape into a giant spider to try and be peaceable, but I can't. Okay. Wait, but I can't speak when I'm a spider. I'm not level 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for now, Can I pass my turn? Can I hold my turn?
Yeah. Thoras
hold
the
my
Invisible, what would you like to do?
So what the hell is a spider just bit me doing?
It just stopped. It bit you, and it's got pieces of Goliath in its mandibles, and it stopped, and it's sort of swaying along with Allan and Dietrich, who's playing like the back vocals and harmony to what Allan is playing.
Yeah. Now, there's an old Goliath saying that the softest part of the spider is the inside of it.
Okay.
And so behind me, the heavens have opened up, and a glass harp has been crafted and molded out of a tree, and it's playing this beautiful, serene music.
And the troubadour of stars, who you've met before, is the one playing it.
But I'm invisible, and this spider in front of me just bit me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still invisible, aren't I?
You are still invisible.
What's going on with this spider's mouth in front of me?
It's sort of drooping.
Dude, okay. I'm actually kind of pissed. So here's what I'm gonna do.
God damn it.
I'm invisible. I'm gonna try and get away with something here. I'm gonna project a giant spike out of my arm into the mouth of the spider, and I'm gonna extend it while my hand is inside the mouth of the spider to just try and pierce it.
I'm so unhappy with you.
Diplomacy, ladies and gentlemen.
Diplomacy, my ass.
You're the one who wants a fucking silk suit. They have to make it.
And the vision I projected to their leader is fire and brimstone. If as the alternative. So listen, bow down to your Goliath overlord, and the first step is making an example of this bloody spider by literally turning my arm into a spike and piercing it from the inside.
It's impossible to do anything with this party. We're always working against each other.
I am down for diplomacy, but there needs to be reparations for what it's done to me.
In the meantime, I'm just singing along. Oh, spider, you have fucked up now. This Goliath.
Doesn't attacking make him visible again, just out of curiosity?
Yes, it does.
Thoras went and killed a giant. On fire and brimstone, he is reliant.
Okay. Roll an attack. Roll it as if it was with your great axe, but we'll do the damage differently. And roll it
Does
with...
it have to be a called shot out of curiosity? Because he said where he's going for.
We're just treating it as an attack. If it does enough damage, it does enough damage.
Right?
And he's close enough. Roll this attack with advantage because you are invisible and the spider is enraptured by a celestial harmony.
That's weird. It's
not rolling. Yeah, for some reason, it's not rolling attacks into Roll20 today.
I wonder if it's borked for everyone. You guys haven't been making a lot of attacks tonight.
You have to click on the attack and then in the right hand corner, click the Beyond 21. Otherwise, it just rolls it inside. Oh.
It doesn't. Hasn't.
I mentioned earlier they just updated Beyond D&D Beyond. So
I'm not actually swinging my short bow. I'm just testing this.
So it's a +9 to hit normally, but I get a plus 1d6 damage on. Oh wait, no, that's just with my axe. Never mind.
Yeah, and your axe is enchanted
as well.
Your axe is enchanted at +1. So why don't you give me 1d20 +8?
Yeah, you're right. Spells are working fine, but the attacks are not.
Yeah, it's probably because they just updated it. Well, I was gonna have Dietrich try to give you a bar. Oh, screw it. Dietrich uses their reaction to reduce your attack with a bardic inspiration.
Dietrich, the guy behind me?
Yeah, Dietrich.
He doesn't want me to attack?
No, they are Deirdre sort of showed up as like, oh cool, we're negotiating, we're playing music for these spiders, great, I'll join in. And they start playing the song. So they're gonna use their reaction to reduce your attack roll by 4 to an 18, which still hits.
Well, I didn't realize that.
Can we establish Deirdre's preferred pronouns? Because originally I think it was he, and now if it's they, okay.
Yeah, there was some confusion in Deirdre's first appearance, but Deirdre is they them.
Cool.
Yeah. Deirdre appeared as like an envoy of peace. Though
I wouldn't have known this, right?
No, you might have felt the change come over the grotto. You might have like sort of experienced that emotional the change in the atmosphere as this sense of wonder and beauty flowed over everything. But whether or not that would have gotten through to Thoras is entirely up to you. There is no in-game effect on Thoras at this time.
I'm not under a rage, but Thoras is not a very forgiving person.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's why I haven't tried to tell you not to do it.
Yeah.
There's no compulsion in place.
I think Thoras would definitely try to spear this spider.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But it would fuck over the party. But he would. He's been bit by it.
Okay. Roll 1d8 plus your strength mod.
Wait. Okay. To come the fuck on!
Wow.
This is a blessing in disguise. The spider barely notices.
Okay.
You're
How
invisible.
does it not notice a
Thoras,
spike
very
in
scary
it?
spike.
Well, here's the thing about combat, right? And hit points. Hit points are not meat points. Hit points don't necessarily reflect how much your like body has been physically destroyed. They represent your ability to defend yourself in combat, because realistically, unless you're Boromir, and when Boromir was covered with arrows, he was in the negatives. He had a class feature that let him keep fighting, but you know, an arrow kills you. Even if you're Aragorn, even if you're a hero, an arrow kills you most of the time. So when you get hit by an attack, if this was a movie, this would look, the example I always give is the duel in Phantom Menace, where Darth Maul is attacking and Qui-Gon's block. In game, those were hits, and Qui-Gon lost HP because he was on the back foot. So there's always the easy cop out of you did not successfully spike through the spider.
Okay, I see.
Especially since you only did like less than 1/6, near around 1/7 of its hit points. Now, if you did more damage, if you didn't literally roll a 1, I would follow this through to its logical conclusion. But
okay. Yeah, take that.
It's like, as peace, love, and kumbaya takes over the grotto, Thoras sulkily slaps it with his, amazing extendo arm, and it sort of. All right, the Gossamer mother, who's sort of in charge around here, will approach and
hopefully not kill us all.
We are confused. Do you bring blood or silver?
I can't take part in this. I'm a long way away, gang. It's on you.
I'm singing.
Silver. Alan, do we have silver? Don't stop singing.
I carry on singing, but I weave into the verse the incredible amounts of gold and silver that we accrued over the course of our campaign.
Thoras wouldn't know that he's telepathic, right?
Correct.
I mean, I would have no inclination whatsoever. So Thoras would just begin projecting the thought. He'd be like, silver? Why would spiders need silver? He's going to just picture the spiders shopping in a market, and just exchanging silver, just a little scene, unknowingly projecting it to the one who said it.
Okay.
Is that how your webs are so beautiful?
Silver.
Thoras, an image comes back to you, because clearly, if this is like the Gossamer mother interprets this as, a low sentience creature has basic empathy, but not true telepathy. I better speak back to it in images as well.
Yeah, what comes back?
3 images. 1, Deirdre and Allan and their song, casting a silver light that spreads across the grotto. 2, another figure, powerfully built, with literal like metallic silver skin, strumming some sort of a small musical instrument and singing, and the song is interwoven, very, very reminiscent of the song that Allan and Deirdre are singing. And the third image is a faint silver light outline of Eren Vol.
Well, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Because he's
Well-
celestial, like the stars are silvery.
The Thoras would just interpret this as
Mhm.
his brain coming to a conclusion of something.
Mm-hmm. That was his idea?
Yeah, this was my idea. The spiders.
You made
the
this?
spiders.
I made this.
Thoras knows what they want. They want to eat Eren.
Hi, Eren. Eren, come over here.
And also music.
Eren,
Music.
we need to protect you. Apparently, they want to eat you.
What? Yeah, well, I'm getting my ear first. The spider was attacking me. It's gone now. I guess Eren can slowly trudge back.
Mm-hmm. Roll 1d8.
All right.
You arrive
7.
on the other side of the island.
Nice. Guys, stop running away from me. I'm trying to come to you.
We haven't moved.
I mean, I'm literally just watching you move away from me. I'll be there in a bit.
What?
What? We haven't moved.
Likely story.
We bring
what?
silver.
All right.
Would you trade us for silver?
What do you want in exchange? They're all super into it now. Like the spider, the huge one that was in Thoras' face, vanishes out of reality, just slips between worlds.
Lysha.
And there are even more of them crawling around in the crevasses, approaching this scene. Go ahead.
I don't know that I might be trying to trade Eren. I think they mean the literal silver in Allan's pouch.
Lysha, I don't think they use money.
Well, maybe they use the raw material to weave these webs. that-
Thoras thunked it, but I think they use silver. I think they think the music and Eren is silver. I don't know why.
And Eren. Also, you're
Eren.
speaking in the first person. Are you okay?
Thoras is
So troll.
fine.
Okay. You
Look
mean music and Eren? Well, we can give them music.
But yes. Thoras thinks they mean music.
Okay. But you said Eren also. Eren!
What?
Yeah.
I'm coming. Look how far. Look at all these damn
What the
bridges and
fuck?
trees.
I don't
and
even
shit.
see where you are.
He's
You're not
on
visible on
another
the map.
platform.
Yeah, you guys keep. Why are you moving away from me? You can't ask me to come to you and then move at the same
Actually,
damn
yeah,
speed.
where are you?
He's
Yeah.
out of your line of sight because
yeah,
it's
you're
super
out
dark.
of our
but-
line of
see
sight
it.
completely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, then I don't know why you're calling to me. You can't see me.
They can call out. Eren, would you like to cross the bridge?
Yes.
Okay, great. Roll 1d8.
Okay. 1.
Oh, no.
1. 1! Oh. Hey. Whoa, damn. Did you just teleport me? That's cool. All right, what do you
Eren,
want?
I think they might eat you.
Well, they already tried to. I mean, why are you all just
We're
why are
here
they
to
just standing
trade
there?
songs of silver. Eren, get back here.
What-
Behind us.
what am I-
Behind us.
Yeah, what are you why are we not finding the okay, there are a lot more here than I thought there were.
Mhm.
More are
We're here
coming.
negotiating peaceably
we're
because
neg-
Allan and then I don't remember their name.
Beatrice? Yeah.
Thank you, Deirdre. Allan and
Yeah.
Deirdre have played such a beautiful silver song that we're all at peace now and we're going to negotiate.
Are you all out of your fucking minds? They're spiders! Don't just attack-
Shush.
What? Right, listen, I'm just gonna stand here, and I'm just gonna.
They're not
watch.
spiders. They're fae.
Right, they look like spiders.
Very respectful fae.
Walks like a spider, talks like a spider, shits web like a spider. Probably a spider.
I can do all of those things, and I'm still not a spider.
Okay, that's gross.
I'm just saying.
You shit like a. Never mind. You know what?
No, you said shoot webs.
No, I said
I
shit.
could listen. I could. Anyway,
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stand over here and clean my sword, and you guys can figure this out because I have no idea why we're just not killing all of them right now.
sit right there.
At this point,
Alika, maybe come this way now.
at this point, I am so high on my own performance. I'm just sucking my own farts to the point where I believe I am just the greatest performer of all time. And hey, Thoras, I'm gonna climb up the tree whilst playing my dulcimer, and I'm gonna try and play the harp. I'm gonna while Dietrich is playing the low strings of the harp, I'm gonna kick off my shoes and play the high strings with my toes, whilst also playing the dulcimer and singing at the same time.
The forbidden technique.
And I am useless in these negotiations. I am just trying to weave the greatest bardic song known to mankind.
Okay, roll a performance check with disadvantage.
Hold up. I will boost Allan so that you don't have to use
What do you mean?
any upper body strength.
Oh, he's gonna
you can
hold
get me up the tree.
He's
on your
holding your
shoulders.
torso,
I'm
so your
holding your
toes
torso.
and your hands
So
are
you
all
are-
free to go.
you are
And you still
completely
have my
free.
guidance.
Nice.
Okay, Thoras, roll an
Okay.
athletics check to assist with this hands and toes duet.
And my axe.
And my axe.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. You one arm just press him into position. Roll.
Were you a cheerleader, Thoras?
Well,
I was a great
glad you
leader.
noticed.
Okay, roll. This is ridiculous. Roll a performance check, Josh.
A flat one?
Yes, because the disadvantage is canceled out by Thoras benching you.
A nat 20!
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Yeah!
no!
The greatest toe harpist of all time! I kick my shoes off. I rip off my socks with my teeth while still playing the dulcimer and kind of grinding it out. I'm tearing them off. I'm throwing my socks off the side of the tree. And while being bench pressed into the air, I shout, Deirdre, make way for my sleight of toes. And I tickle those top strings like they've never been tickled before. I produce harmonies at the same resonance as my voice and my fingers upon the dulcimer. And the tale I weave is one of the future, Joe. It's one of the future. I tell about the great things we're going to do in the future. I don't care that I'm giving away our plans. I'm talking about us acquiring the Book of Dawn and becoming the most powerful band respected among the world. We've restored order to the entirety of civilization and expunged a magical dragon from existence. The Gossamer Daughters bow at our feet after being our respected after being our respected trade partners in pure thanks. They bow at our feet for all of the greatness that we've bestowed upon them and their kind.
You broke Joe.
Okay.
I can't tell if that was a tribute or the greatest song in the world.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Oh my god. If anybody can create this image in any media whatsoever, my brain cannot. So that would be appreciated.
You're happy you're stuck with it forever.
You perform a song that would make Bendis Rambletoon himself blush in envy. A song that will echo throughout the trees of Glassweb Grotto and be hummed in half-remembered melody by the thousands of tiny spiders to their thousands of tiny young over the tiny spider generations for the next 1,000 years until the next star is born. By playing this glass harp with your goddamn toes, it will never be forgotten. In oh god, Deirdre wonders why they're here, but is down for it. And in exchange, they weave Thoras. You see an image projected into your mind of a glorious new suit woven by the spiders to be perfectly fitting, woven around your living body, and the spiders begin to creep towards you as if to do that.
Yes, well, here's what Thoras shall do. Thoras, like the scene in God, what was it? Okay, here's what Thoras will do. As this image is projected into him, he walks forwards, opens up his arms in a T pose, and just falls into the gap. And just lets himself be taken by the spiders.
Thoras, if you get your suit and I don't get my gift for the queen, it's going to be a thing.
Okay, you fall and are caught in a net, and then the spiders begin to weave this fine, nearly transparent, and the way they weave it around itself, it catches music in every fold, and the light of the stars echoing off the glass trees shines in this fantastic new suit, worthy of the one that was made for you by the angels themselves, except now in biodegradable spider silk. Yes. Add one ridiculously fancy Gossamer suit to your inventory. Lysha, what do you want for your gift?
I seek a dress worthy of a sylvan queen of the Seelie court.
Seelie, important note. Okay. They begin weaving one, and it hangs like over the glass tree like a mannequin or a dress hang. And they begin to weave this fantastic dress. But they tell you as thousands of spiders weave around and around, they have made the fabric, but you will need to find the color for it and the pattern for it. You will need to catch something in this Gossamer. Gossamer can catch sunlight, it can catch music, it can catch memories, all sorts of impossible things. They have given you a beautifully made dress, and it's up to you to imbue it with something of your choice.
Okay, and the second part of my request was going to be a veil fit for an unseelie queen, if possible. So into the dress, if they've granted the first part, which is the most important to me right now. I'm gonna kind of try and turn it and warn the spiders to shield their eyes, and I will cast daylight into the dress.
Okay. It's not as harmful as one would think to these particular fae.
Okay.
They are like stunned and blinded, but their bodies don't shrivel up, and they don't. So it would have given you a combat advantage, but it wouldn't have instantly killed them. So now you have a dress that glows with like sunlight, of a gift worthy for a Seelie Queen. Allan, do you have any asks while you're here? You rolled a natural 20 with your goddamn toes. I'm not going to give you the world, but if you want something.
He's just playing. He doesn't even realize that there's a gift exchange happening right now. He's still just
wants
playing.
A veil fit for an unseelie queen.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, fine. I would allow myself in this instance to be deceived and have Lysha receive my gift. He's just, I'm lost in the sauce. If anything, I'm just getting more and more attached to this harp. That's. I'll be sad to leave the harp.
The harp is sort of part of the furniture, so removing it is a big ask. Eren, they crowd around you strangely, and they all, you can hear them whispering as if they expected you to be the one making music. You're the one with silver in your blood, though not so much. Only a little. Do you sing at all? Will he sing? Will he play? Do you sing?
Play?
Can I hear this?
Yes. Some of them speak common. The Gossamer Daughters are capable of speaking common.
Okay. I mean, Eren's sitting cross-legged cleaning his sword right now, just kind of...
more supernatural bullshit.
Yeah, ignorant of as much of this as possible, because frankly, he doesn't really get it. So I guess he looks up and says, "You want me to play?" Eren looks around. Lysha, why do they ask me to do?
They'd like you to sing, but if you can't, I suggest you don't.
Sing? Interesting. Eren looks back to the spiders, a frown on his face, and then he pops wings.
Ooh. Toy Story Little Green Men.
Oh.
He's looking to try. He's looking around just to try and see if he's getting a reaction.
They're impressed.
This is the other. This is like the other one. This is like the first one. It smells the same.
Now Lysha's wondering if her ancestor or the founder of her tribe was part celestial.
Who was it that came before me?
The Silver One. He sang a sweet song.
Oh, shit. All right.
His blood
Eren-
smelled like yours.
Eren is going to attempt to sing a song. It's a bawdy ballad from many of the bars that he doesn't know what they're expecting of him. Really, he's quite confused. So it will be a bawdy ballad about a man with one foot vastly shorter than the other that went from town to town, somehow using his incredible wit and charm to seduce the prettiest ladies in each village, arousing the anger of the men until he was chased from village to village.
Please tell me you have performance abilities.
Well, yes, no. I mean, look, it's not too bad.
Well, once I realize that he's doing this, I'm going to change my song to be like backing vocals and backing song for Eren's bawdy ballad, which I assume if it was a famous one that I would be somewhat familiar with because I am a bard.
Yeah, so, he probably is. I think it's pretty common.
All right.
John of the Stump, John of the Stump.
When I'm giving the ladies a bump.
All I can think of day and night was a juicy cut of rump.
All right, so you can get advantage from Allan's backup, and Allan can use Bardic Inspiration as well, which is that's up to a D8 these days, right, Allan?
It is, yes.
Great. So
do I need to decide to use Bardic Inspiration before the?
No, you may make your roll with advantage first, and then before I give you the outcome, you may.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll definitely take the D8.
There you go.
Yeah.
Roll 1d8.
Oh, and it's a 1.
Okay.
14.
The vibe you get is that they're amused, they listen, they sort of sway back and forth. This is very much like the Others song. Except the Others song was more poetic but also more lewd.
Eren is doubly confused by this because if this has anything to do with Azamar, the only example of an Azamar he has is one that is extremely tawdry, by the book, very, very lawful good. So that's it. He's a bit confused by this. Perhaps the one that came before me had greater tales to tell. I follow in his footsteps, and I'm quite sure the music that sings in my blood is only going to become more rapturous as my deeds grow to match.
And my level increases. No, no, you did.
My level increases.
All right, great. Well, barring any other business here, they spin you this sun-filled dress. You have a veil that is not yet imbued with anything. Thoras has this fantastic suit that's also not yet imbued with anything, but it fits, like, amazingly. And
as,
go ahead.
As I come out of my serotonin fueled revelry,
Mm-hmm.
and just the endorphins flowing through my brain, as I kind of come back to reality, I'm gonna plead with Dietrich.
Mm-hmm.
That's his name, right? Dietrich.
Yeah, that's their name.
Oh, that's their name. I'm gonna play with them for them to make me a smaller version of the harp, the glass harp that they made, something that I can take with me as a reminder of this incredible tune that I blessed the Gossamer sisters with.
They're making clothes for you.
They already made you a veil, Alan.
A what?
No. He's not asking the spiders. He's asking Dietrich, who just showed up for the ultimate jam session.
It was Dietrich that made the harp in the first place. Yes, like that's what I perceived, at least.
Like transformed the tree into a living glass harp. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'll tell you this, Alan. If you fulfill your debt with a true heart to truly help someone, I'll know, and I will make such a harp.
Ah.
A real act of kindness.
It pains me. It's almost as if I was considering scamming my way out of that debt.
What? You? I would never think such harmful thoughts of you. Of course not.
Very well.
I just can't give gifts when there's an outstanding debt, you know?
My toes have never experienced such musical delights. I must have it again. I accept. I proffer one of my feet to shake his hand.
Yeah, they shake your foot with their foot. It's the custom.
So Eren's watching everybody get stuff made for them.
Mm-hmm.
Eren loves loot, his gear. He's very jealous. How is it all of you get things? Thoras, I guess your suit kind of.
Thoras isn't even here. Thoras is in the hole.
Thoras emerges from the hole like on a spike, like James Bond style, suspended on the web as they reel him up. Behold! He's just resplendent in this spider silk suit as they extract him. The very latest, they'll be talking about this fashion for years in Lyteri. And in the high halls of Nenri, no elven Alfar mage has ever worn such glory.
I'm gonna try and flex.
That looks kind of clean, I'm not gonna lie.
Just really stretch all the fibers of it.
It like does not. It goes right back to its original form. It flexes with you, bends, and restores to its full pliancy.
Unbelievable.
How delightful, Thoras. Although a little ostentatious for a Goliath, I think.
I have never heard of that country.
Well, Eren, did you have a request?
I do. The Arachnomancer, by the way, who is the leader of this cohort?
The Arachnomancer is the stat block of an Arachnomancer will be playing the part of the Gossamer Mother, who is the matriarch of the Gossamer Daughters.
I see, and that is the Gossamer Mother there, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Eren's in midair right now, I guess so. He will fly over and alight in front of the Gossamer Mother.
Mm-hmm.
A great weaver or artisan of the finest apparel any of us have ever seen, I have but one boon to beseech of thee. Now that we have entered into a partnership, I would solidify our arrangement for generations to come.
I would gladly take your hand in marriage.
Ah, yes, yes. That I think that is a grand idea. There's just a couple. Listen, I have kids, so I don't, I'm not how they're like normal. They live in a village. Listen, we'll work it out. We'll work it out. They don't know who I am, so if I told them that their father was an adventurer and went around, I don't know what they'd think of me. I think
congratulations, Eren.
Shut up, Lysha! I'm negotiating here.
I'm gonna strum on the large harp. Here comes the bride.
Now, great lady of Gossamer, ruffles and silk. In my culture, it is common to solidify the bond of marriage by by exchanging a drop of blood. Yours would, of course, fall upon my blade, and then mine upon wherever. And then, in my culture, we would never see each other again. But in our other's hearts, we would always remember one another. But it is a covenant that you see. I mean, my people are quite reclusive, you know. Yeah, we mate for life, though. So well, we're not going to mate. Actually, forget that. We marry.
She's a fae. She's going to know if you ever marry somebody else.
I would take a token, and then yes, I would hold that close because I have many dangerous adventures to undergo, and I would not love. I would not like my betrothed to experience such hardship. You know.
Deception.
Look, roll deception, please.
Out of game, what Eren is trying to do is actually access some of the power of this gospel.
Oh, I picked up on that. Don't worry.
Okay.
I picked up on that. Roll a deception check.
Oh, fuck me, dude.
What is your deception like?
Oh, amazing! It's incredible, is what it's like.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy shit.
So yes, what say you? I mean, wait. In fairness, my understanding is that this entity I'm speaking to looks roughly humanoid in nature. I mean, as far as I can
beautiful
the upper body,
beautiful fairy upper body, spider lower body.
Gotcha. I don't really intend to lose my junk to razor sharp spinnerets, so forget about the mating part and yeah, see what you think.
You got some weird matrimony over where you come from. Not gonna lie about that. That's very odd. This honestly sounds a lot more like the court chivalry thing. The chivalrous knight who takes a token from a lady and then remembers her fondly as he goes off to die horribly in battle somewhere. It's very romantic, very poetic. What?
Could that be anyone but Eren Vol, though? Really?
Oh, I mean, if you want to do the whole exchanging of tokens, courtly love thing, I'm here for that. We don't have to make it anything fancy. Or actually, that is pretty fancy. But no, I'm fine with that.
That's what Eren is suggesting. Yeah. Mm.
Absolutely. So some of your blood, some of my blood.
Yeah.
And lots of angst.
Yes, definitely. Lots of separation anxiety, pining. A lot of pining.
Pining. Yeah. No, pining's good. Pining's great.
Yeah. Very much so. Only
and doesn't Eren? Doesn't that also mean that they can no longer attack a member of your race should they come here?
Huh?
Okay, never mind. Just trying to do some good for your people.
We're finding these great families together. I descended from farmer, but an honest one. So
don't the Aasimar normally donate an ear to their betrothed as well?
Yes, you see that is true. But as you can see,
your hearing is a little bit, Eren. Your hearing is a little bit muffled, and it's really like ticklish. And as you look over, your glowing light ear is being cocooned bit by bit.
And yes, also, darling, if you would, that over there, I require that. Yeah, I'm not entirely celestial, so to interface with this, this dreaded, mortal plane, this rather, bourgeois existence, these humans and elves. I need that to bridge the gap between my divinity and their normality. I need to hear their cries for help and cheers of adulation in the, when I get back.
So the ear isn't a token of your undying affection.
That's what his penis is for.
It is.
You can leave that if you want.
Well, you see, no, I don't think you want to. You don't want to know where that's been. Listen, yes, but no. You see, in my culture, it's quite more common to maintain our extremities because we keep ourselves as pure as possible for one another. As as the years go by and we may be apart by many, many leagues, we keep ourselves in.
He's making you a vow of celibacy for the rest of his life.
Well,
that sounds awful.
Yes, no, it is awful. It's actually terrible. It's a very Halter thing. They're odd though. I mean, she used to be bald, and that was weird. And she forgot about it for ages. That's how strange these people are. So anyway, your blood, my blood. We go on away, and yes, you continue this fantastic.
God, Eren, I've never heard you talk so much in my life.
It's because he never gets to do anything for the last 5 episodes because we fight, and then it's just magical bullshit, and Eren's left there standing, holding his sword with nothing to kill.
Oh, that's right. You exchanged names on your wedding day.
Listen, she makes sunlight. So if she stays here too much longer and she starts to stress out. it could be sunlight, and that you know, that would be bad. These Huldra are really unpredictable. You know, I mean, just look at her and like, what part of look? I mean, she looks ridiculous. She turns into a spider but can't even speak to them. Like, how is that normal? I wouldn't trust her.
I can speak to them, but not when I'm a spider.
I'm sorry, what?
I can speak to spiders, just not when I am a spider.
I can't even understand their language. Elvish is so strange. Anyway, so we will make this exchange, and we will connect our bloodlines forever, and then we'll be on our way. That would, yes.
All right, political alliance and pining, blood for blood.
Yes, incredible amounts of pining. I'm already feeling it. Anyway, Eren slices his hand and proffers it.
This pact is sealed.
Yes, you know, in a figurative sense, in like a spoken agreement without.
She grabs your hand and take 2 points of damage.
I mean, okay, I appreciate your enthusiasm, and then Eren will present his sword. Just give me your fucking. Just give me something, bitch, please.
All right, she takes her hands and runs them on either side of the sword, leaving a trail of this shimmering blood along it, and the sword drinks it up and it just vanishes into the sky steel itself, which will do something really cool that I will figure out in a moment.
That's right, yeah. And what a momentous day it is. I turn to face everyone. Friends, well, none of you really country. Well, you're a countryman, Alan. I think we're from the same country. Thoras, God knows where the fuck you came from. Yes, this is a grand occasion, and the best way to celebrate this would be to get the fuck out of here immediately, because the more distance I put between myself and my lover, the quickly I can pine for her. The more quickly we can. Yes, let the pining begin.
Oh yes. So, Mother, in order for his pact to be fulfilled, can you show us the way out of here?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Leave with our blessing.
Yes. I feel very blessed.
Okay, so you depart, the whole grotto still humming with the melody that you imbued into the trees themselves and the silk hanging between them. Dietrich gives you a bow and vanishes back into the same shimmering starlight, leaving behind the transformed glass harp, which will remain there indefinitely. A permanent feature of the grotto as you return to the unseelie lands, and then a particularly large spider scuttles out, reluctantly gives Eren back his ear, and then runs back in, and you are able to return to the court of Thwamnok Korkrai, the Lady Rowan.
You know what? I might have preferred it in the spidery place.
On the way,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take hold of the veil and cast light into the veil.
Okay.
Because that feels dark and creepy, and hopefully I haven't just made it a necrotic veil that will try and hurt her. But even if I have, maybe she'll like that and she can put it on other people.
Blight with a B?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you said light, and I was like, that's a cantrip, and that's lame.
No, blight with a B, the 4th level spell.
Okay, yeah. The veil remains intact, but it takes on this shadowy, effervescent quality, obscuring everything that it touches in this sort of slimy, oily, and whenever it touches flesh, this flesh begins to wither and age at a supernatural rate.
Okay, I'm going to wrap that one up carefully in my pack, not to touch it ever again.
Cool. Excellent. Cool. And when you return, things are largely as you left them. There's a new set of corpses on the ground. Somebody else got too excited and got torn apart in the, you know how it is. It's a dark elf party. Things get wild. Oh, cool. The music kicked back in. Has everyone had the opportunity to do whatever they wished to at the Glassweb Grotto or on the way over?
Yes.
Yup.
Excellent. Do you have any business in the court of the Lady Rowan? She's eager to see your return and is ready to help you fulfill your bargain whenever you are.
I have a gift for the Lady Rowan. So that I am no longer in as a symbol and repayment for my gratitude for your hospitality and your direction to the Glassweb Grotto, I have brought you this veil. And I carefully pull it out, using my cloak to touch it and not my hands. I suggest being careful about skin touching it. It has some unique properties, but the sisters themselves weaved it for you.
She just grabs it with her glowing, pale, long, clawed fingers. It doesn't seem to have any effect on her. She runs it through her hands. She gives it a sniff, and the faintest trace of a smile passes her unflappable lips as she accepts your gift. You are welcome in our court, Lysha Norwalyn.
Why did we go to the grotto again?
For a gift for me, for the queen of the Seelie court, but so that I could repay such kindness as taking us there. The suggestion for the gift, we also brought a gift for the unseelie queen.
She basically, if I recall correctly, and it's been a couple weeks because of what happened last time, she was going to help you get to the grotto safely to get your gift that you needed, and you were going to repay her for that by killing a dragon for her, but Thoras can keep its head.
Yes.
So I've repaid her for her hospitality. We're even. We're even Stevens.
Oh, yeah, and now you can eat the food safely because you've given a gift of hospitality. That's right. No, very good, very good.
Didn't actually know that, but that's great.
I'm going to ask the Lady Rowan whether she's aware of any huge beasts in a literal sense, in a D&D 5e sense. Are you aware of any huge beasts that you have roaming around in the woods around here? Any apes, crocodiles, treants, anything of the sort?
Treants would be around here. Crocodiles and apes would not. She could send you to a place that has those creatures.
I'd rather do these things on my own. Thank you, Lady Rowan. I'd rather stick with my party as well. Treants, you say?
Yes. Now, are you looking to awaken? Let's just pull up the curtain. Are you looking for a big tree to turn into to awaken? Because that wouldn't be a treant. A treant is already awake.
I know a treant is already awake, but I can. I think. Oh no, because they have intelligence, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Yeah. So they have intelligence. So that wouldn't even work. No.
If a creature that was a plant is a non-intelligent plant creature, does your magic work on that?
Yes. Yeah. A non-intelligent plant. Yes, it would work. It just has to be a beast or a plant. And so I'm looking for something suitably powerful to begin with. But yeah, I thought that might be a good thing to do while we're hunting the dragon, is to have a little side look for any large beasts. But of course, there are always trees.
Yeah, there are always trees. There are all manner of fantastic beasts, and she knows where to find them, as well as trees. But such knowledge will not come without price. Will not come for free.
Well, thank you, Lady Ron. I'm not willing to pay. I'll see you later.
All right, good enough. Do you need to take a rest before you go back to the mortal world? She can hold back she also offered to hold back the streams of time for you. That will also not be a gift.
I think we want that, right? We don't want
Alan,
billions
you were
and
looking
billions
for
of years.
animals. You could have told.
Yes, Lysha, I'm not certain that you would be on board with what I'm planning to do to the animals.
That's-
Nothing painful at all, but some subjugation.
Lysha, remember, he's a friend to animals.
I
Remember,
can
his
make
spirit
animal
animal was a
friends, and
rhinoceros.
I can commune with nature and find, the prevalent
Yes.
animals in the area.
I'm really looking for another spirit animal, essentially.
Yeah.
Lysha,
You need to find
another.
another one. He was so broken after the first one got
I
juiced.
incredibly torn up after my spirit rhinoceros was melted by the Lady Rowan. And I'm really looking for another. The bigger and
So,
more powerful, the better.
Are we leaving immediately to go find the dragon, or will we be resting here tonight?
Oh, you're welcome to rest here for the night, and she can send you on your way in the morning.
Well, then,
Before we go to bed for the evening, Alan, if you want to come into the woods with me, I'll help you find some. And you can search for your new spirit animal.
Let me think about this, because I would have to have some way of actually holding them in place for 8 hours as well. So this might be more of a task than can reasonably be accomplished in one evening.
Oh, is
I
this
think I
planar
would.
binding? Because I could have used that too.
No, it's awakened, but it's an 8-hour casting thing.
I have to figure out a way to hold a fae in place for 1 hour, which I have no idea how to do.
Oh, you can do that with a circle. You can trap a fae in a circle.
Oh, well, I don't
But
have that spell prepared right now, so.
no, neither do I. No, thank you, Lysha, but I think this is a task for perhaps another time. Though I am going to, I'm going to take a walk, and I'm going to walk and try and find a big fucking tree, because
Okay. Before we do that,
Climb trees too.
we have about half an hour left. There's one thing that I need to do, but before we do that, I just want to give everyone a chance. Is there any business you have to attend to? Anyone you wish to speak with in the court of the Lady Rowan? Thoras.
I gotta try and find out where those steroid trees are.
Where are the gains at?
Yeah, where are the gains? I'm gonna think really hard about. I mean, where would that tree even be? In the general direction of the guy I was speaking to. I'm just gonna look at him and think, where?
Are you muttering this kind of shit around me? Because I'm also thinking about looking for a tree, so I would be willing to team up. If you're muttering anything about some steroid tree, that immediately is going to trigger
tree
me.
of gains.
Alan, I can make any animal my friend and do what I wanted to for 24 hours.
That sounds lovely. I'm thinking of something more long term, more 1 month
Well, I'm just saying,
kind
if you
of
needed
thing.
to hold still for 8 hours,
Oh,
I could ask him to.
that would be delightful. I'll get back to you in the future, though, Lysha. I'm going to test this first on something a little more stationary.
Thoras is attempting to telepathically communicate about the tree to the gigantic swole fairy guardians, is what he's doing here.
Well, I don't know. I'm doing that.
No,
I'm just thinking. I just saw him and I thought,
Mhm.
God, that tree. Be nice if I knew where it was.
Okay. You receive back, again, sort of whatever language you use to communicate is the language you get responded to. So you see images of those 2 Shadow Fae guards, much like pre-Captain America transformation, right? They're not the size of a bus. They're just lithe, sort of gray, fleshed, much more slender, much more like your traditional fairy elf, kneeling before the Lady Rowan. And the Lady Rowan leads them to a grove surrounded by these gigantic trees, sort of pulsing and bubbling beneath their bark. And she brought them there and gave them a knife, and they cut the bark and drank from the bark. And then they were in unimaginable pain, writhing around on the ground. And then when they came to, they were absolute units. But all the images, it is the location is the Lady Rowan. That is what they are essentially responding.
Lady Rowan is the tree?
Or rather, she controls where they are. This is the other world. Geography is a guideline at best. The location of the trees is under her purview.
Well,
so would locate animals or plants work on this?
That's a definite maybe.
But I'm not telling anyone else this. I'm just kind of muttering, steroid tree.
Did you say the word steroid tree out loud within my hearing?
Because I muttered it.
Are there steroids in this world?
Yes, because remember, like, Thoras talked to the guards and everyone overheard them talking about where they got, like, so fucking jacked from.
We can assume they're using a lore appropriate equivalent, but yeah.
Thoras, you're muttering about some kind of tree. I was about to go and have a wander for a tree myself. Perhaps the same tree.
It is futile, Alan. I learned that word recently.
It's a good word.
Futile.
Are you using it correctly?
Yes.
I'm very
What?
good at finding trees.
Futile.
Why?
Cannot be done. The tree does not exist.
Okay, there's a lot of trees around here. There are a lot of trees that do
This
exist.
this tree does not exist without a great penance. Another
What-
word I learned recently.
What tree are you talking about, Thoras? How do you know of trees?
The tree where you suckle on the roots and gain unimaginable power.
Do you know anything more about the tree? Could you describe it to me?
I would chew some bark if I got swole. I'm not gonna lie.
It is Lady Rowan.
What?
She's
It
not a
is
tree.
Have you learned
Lady
only
Rowan.
just how to use metaphor? Is that what we've established?
Metaphor. I shall
Metaphor.
use this.
Do you know what its leaves
Hmm.
look like, or the bark of its trunk? How big or small?
It is a
Is
huge
it a conifer?
metaphor.
Is it
Huge metaphor.
deciduous?
I think you're using the word metaphor wrong, Thoras.
The tree is not a good objective. It will bring only pain.
Okay.
Pain and suffering. Your tiny
Hmm.
body could not handle the swole.
Mm,
Only my mighty Goliath body can.
mm. Oh,
This has
well,
been a great chat.
a swing and a miss. I have no idea what you're talking about, Thoras. I'm going to go off
I
and
have
wander on my own.
dragons to slay.
The two guys are here. They're here at the quarter. They're literally standing by the throne.
They are
If you want to
happy to
know
answer
more,
your
you can-
questions.
Yes, you can ask them.
Ask who?
the two swole patrol.
Ask them about what? A tree?
The
A
tree.
steroid tree?
The tree that they suckled on for their power.
I think you've gone insane.
I'm gonna keep polishing my axe.
I'm gonna ignore all of this. I think this is just Thoras descending into madness. He didn't make any sense.
That
I'm
tends
gonna
to
go off
happen
on
to
a
your
walk.
companions along the way.
Yeah.
Allan goes off on a walk. Lysha, Eren, anything from the two of you?
I don't think I know. The food's not really edible. And as a married man now, I'm pretty responsible about the drink. So, no, I think I'm good.
And Lysha?
I'm just feeling pleased that I'm no longer in her debt and starving for the first. It's been a long time, so I'm going to eat and drink. 'Cause
Okay.
I actually don't realize that it's safe at this point. I just know I'm hungry and thirsty.
That's fair. All right, we'll get back to the spread in a moment. The available food. Allan, tell me what you're doing as you walk off into the forest.
I'm trying to find a normal looking tree. A normal looking, middling sized tree.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really know what the trees around here look like, so I don't know how long it would take me to find something like that.
They're all pretty spooky. They're all pretty spooky. The spookiest one is the one after you've gone on your walk for a good half hour, is the one just ahead of you that has something moving and whirring and buzzing in its boughs.
Mechanical kind of.
Yeah,
whirring and
mechanical
buzzing.
sort of clicking going on.
Fucking bollocks. I hate that kind of noise. I mean, ugh. Oh, Lord Almighty. I will cast invisibility upon myself and approach it very quietly.
Mm-hmm. The same device that appeared in your room in the village of Hraidur, a sort of mechanical clockwork beetle filled with gears and wheels with long piercing mandibles, buzzes quietly to itself in the tree.
Can I see if does it appear to be acting with any kind of purpose? Is it acting like a normal beetle, scuttling, searching for food, eating, water, anything?
It's just waiting.
It just appears to be kind of chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Then I shall. Then I shall be. Perhaps you can ask me a question. Answer me a question. If I my awaken spell
Mhm.
requires me to cast for 8 hours on an agate crystal that disappears. It's consumed at the end of it. Does it only get consumed when I finish the spell? If I am interrupted, does it get consumed?
No, it does not get consumed.
Okay, well then I am going to sit quietly within eyesight of this whirring mechanical beetle.
Casting a spell that has a long
shit.
duration is the same as concentrating on a spell.
Oh, so it knocks off my... Damn it. Well then. Well.
We have returned in accordance with the design and previous communications.
Is it talking to me?
It's talking.
Oh, I just figured out what this mechanical beetle is.
Eschaton clock?
Yeah, I stay quiet, but I am now surprised, and I'm looking around at my surroundings to see if there's anything else that I can tell it's talking to.
And who of us? Eren doesn't know about the Eschaton clock, does he?
I don't think anybody knows that I made a deal. I can't
None
even
of us
remember
know he
what
made
my
that
deal
deal.
was.
Right.
The parameters have changed.
I stay silent.
Allan, what is that?
Oh, I'm off on my own. I
Yeah,
took a walk.
he's off on a walk on his own. It waited.
All right.
Events are occurring in advance of the design. This must be rectified. You will assist.
I'm gonna begin to slowly back away and see if the beetle notices.
No response just yet.
I'm gonna continue backing away.
Failure to assist posits an integral threat to the firmament.
We are Borg.
Resistance is futile.
I'm gonna try and dredge up my memory for what I even spoke to this dumb beetling shit about previously.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah.
So, if I recall correctly, the voice of the Eschaton clock had expressed interest in collaborating with you, but did not want to give details because it knew that your destination was the Court of Stars, and the Court of Stars would detect any official pact in place. And it had promised to provide assistance, resources, bolster your cause, help out your family endeavors, etc. Something to that effect. But it essentially said it would be in communication after you return from the Court of Stars.
Did I agree to anything?
Nothing formal. No pact was made. Again, it didn't want to agree to anything in case the Court of Stars could detect it.
And I didn't speak to the Court of Stars about it, did I?
Yes, you did.
Oh, no, I did.
You said you offered to be a double agent.
Oh, I thought I offered to be a double agent about the snake. Did I offer to be a double agent about both?
Somebody check the VOD.
You are so stupid, Allan.
Pretty sure it was just the snake because I don't think the Court of Stars knew about the Eschaton clock.
No, I did. I told
definitely promised something.
You told them?
I seem to recall.
I
seem to recall you unforced bringing that up. I do have that memory.
Yes.
Chat is saying it was just
tried
the snake.
To conceal the snake and proffered my information about the Eschaton clock.
No, if that's the case, you absolutely sold out the snake. Chad is saying it was just a snake, and I know that you told them about the snake. All right.
It wasn't just. I was forced to talk about the snake.
Room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember the incident. What I'm saying is, what did I reveal to the Court of Stars? Now, my understanding of it was that I was originally intending to tell them about the Eschaton clock in order to keep the snake hidden. But then somehow throughout the conversation, the snake got brought up as well, and I was forced to reveal that too. And I think I agreed to be a double agent in order to keep the snake. I don't think I agreed to be a double agent for the Eschaton clock, but I can't remember.
Well, I mean, why the fuck
Which
would they be
makes
saying this to you,
pacts much more difficult to uphold.
Chad is saying that you told them that the clock came to you, but you're only a double agent against the snake. So I don't know if you mean
that's true.
Yeah, I think they're aware of the Eschaton clock's involvement, but I don't believe that you made any formal promises about that.
You did, however, just make a promise to the Court of Stars that you would be a good old boy to get a harp.
Yeah, I mean, a good old boy, I would donate some money. I mean, that's a lot of really bad people in this world donate a lot of money. I mean, Jeff Bezos donates a lot of money. but
Valid.
Hey,
Valid.
any Amazon Primes in the chat? Hit us up.
Okay. Right. What the fuck would I do? I am tempted by power. All right. I'm scared, but I'm going. I'm going to approach the beetle then after its message that delaying would destroy the firmament. That doesn't sound good. But then again, this beetle shithead works for an infernal, so isn't that good for the infernals? I don't know. All right, I'm gonna approach and cast off my invisibility. And are you talking to me?
Confirmed.
Oh, I was really hoping you weren't. What? Explain yourself thoroughly, please. What on earth are you talking about?
Our original parameters have changed. The gate has opened.
The gate?
The gate has opened in advance of the design. The dragon is loose. This must be rectified. We will assist.
The dragon. Oh, yes, I know about the dragon.
This must be rectified.
I agree. That's part of what we're intending to do. You agree?
Yes.
Not part of your design, was it? The old dragon?
In advance of the design.
In advance? Oh, so you do want the dragon to pop out at some point?
Not at this point.
Oh, Christ almighty. Oh, Vinder almighty. Oh, Lord.
Roll 1d100, please.
A 63.
Carry on.
Okay. Well, all right. It appears then that we are, for the moment, aligned in our goals. What do you want me to do about this dragon?
The object of your endeavor is capable of restoring the dragon to its original location.
The book?
Confirmed.
The Book of Dawn?
Confirmed.
Yes, that's all part of our current plan. I mean, yeah, that's we're already trying to do that.
We will assist.
Thank you. In what way? What can you offer us?
Direct intervention if necessary.
And what makes certain actions necessary? In order to keep us alive, in order to ensure that we're on the right path? What an example would be preferable.
Okay. One moment, please.
Bloody clock.
What have you done?
I don't know, but I'm not agreeing to anything. Like I don't know.
Aren't you?
What have you done?
No, I haven't made a pact. I mean, we were already intending to go and find the Book of Dawn and use that to put away a Shardalon. We already knew those facts. Everything that it's told me so far, we already knew and we're already planning to do. So getting a bit of help from an Infernal isn't bad if the intentions are good.
I mean,
if the ends justifies the means.
We could have, just messed up Joe's world even more and written a Shardalon out of existence.
I'm not sure. No, because the reason that we can't do that is because the dragons are required at some point to scare away the even worse shit. I can't remember.
The one flesh or whatever.
Well, I think it was the Infernals in the first place, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why the Infernals are mad about it. But
No, the Court of Stars implied that the dragons are present as a safeguard against the threat that ended the world before, which was not the Infernals.
Oh, it wasn't the Infernals.
Yes.
The Infernals just occupied that power vacuum after.
Right. The Infernals basically said, hey, look, a new world. That looks tasty.
Right.
And they moved in on it.
Okay. Right.
An entity manifests before you.
Okay.
It is vaguely incorporated. I wonder if I can get this picture to appear without giving away too much. You know what? This is going to take me one moment for me to show you what it looks like. It is a humanoid figure made of thousands of shimmering runes and words and symbols in a language you don't recognize, made of pure force. It is a non-corporeal entity, and in its hands are wavering blades of just... They're completely transparent. There's no color associated with them, but in where where a weapon should be, the air itself ripples and hums. I'm going to show you what it looks like in a moment.
Okay. A chainsaw made of glass.
What is this? Who are you?
It doesn't say anything. The beetle, however, says,
This entity transcends the limits of the firmament imposed by the Emerald Tablets and can be deployed for direct intervention if necessary.
Holy shit.
In your vernacular, it fucks things up.
So you get a fucking some sort of shimmering bodyguard that quote unquote fucks things up.
Bro, his picture makes me think of Hitman.
Bro,
You
I'm
just got, like, a
redundant.
robotic Hitman.
And
If your situation is dire, invoke the name once. It will intervene.
Invoke whose name?
Anachronous.
And what do you wish in return? Simply the execution of our plan? That looks badass as hell.
You will complete your quest. You will return the dragon to the gate in accordance with the design.
And what of the gods who may not enjoy me flirting with the beings of the Eschaton clock?
The dragon is a larger concern.
Agreed. And you say only once can I summon this being of air?
You requested a demonstration. This is a demonstration. Further assistance can be angled as needed.
all right, we want an actual
What did it
demo.
say?
I hear you guys. Give me a sec.
So can he put some blood on my sword too?
This thing doesn't have blood.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
Wait, that
Wait,
nat wand
the nat
and it
one.
hit for 23?
Yeah.
Plus 9 to attack.
That one and
Hit.
+9 to his hit.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
23 is what it hit, and the rolls weren't even that good. The rolls were terrible.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
The rolls
40,
40, 12 plus
plus
5.
Okay. Yep.
What?
That seems
Okay.
good.
Intervention must be limited to avoid divine interference.
I understand. Subtlety is often important.
He knows all about that. You can trust him. This information. Sure.
Very well. We will restore Ashadalon to his position at the gate. And I accept your help in this matter.
Okay. One moment.
Out of game. Sorry.
Yeah.
We are Ashadalon. We initially were supposed to. I got confused about it. It's my own fault. We're supposed to remove him. Or are
Yes. Ashardalon escaped from a place called the Silent City, which is all that remains of the world that existed before Anakra. Josh, right-click on that card and take it.
Okay.
You may call upon
Very
that
powerful.
once.
Okay.
So Ashardalon was imprisoned behind the first gate. There are 7 gates in the Silent City. The dragons of the world before were imprisoned there for crimes against reality. Somebody opened that gate and let the dragon into the world. This happened at the same time as the end of your adventure in the Sky Kingdom. The Book of Dawn has the power to return Ashardalon back to his prison. Ashardalon is older than Anakra and older than Dawn magic, so it can't be used to just delete him, but it can be used to bind him. So you could use that and then fight him, beat the crap out of him, and put him back inside the first gate.
This is a force that, okay. Is this force actually assisting us in that regard?
Yes. Not that Eren knows this, but before Ashardalon was released, this force contacted Allan with some sort of sinister, infernal, bargainy pact with the devil shit. Then Ashardalon got released, which changed everything. And it just contacted him and said, hey, need you to do your quest, put the dragon away.
We're on the same side.
You have a common interest. You have a common interest.
Yeah, everything it asked me to do,
Enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I was already planning on doing anyway. So I was concerned about making another pact, but it actually doesn't seem like it is a pact. I mean, the worst case scenario that Alan's thinking of is some, do-gooder gets pissed off that I'm unleashing some infernal beasts upon the world in order to fight dragons. Who you mean. But
it's interesting. There is 2 distinct rivalries in this group.
So yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Mr. Beetle. Pleasure doing business with you.
Our calculations are absolute. Additional information may be available.
Yeah.
This is the creepy pact with the devil part that I was alluding to earlier, just in case you weren't getting that.
Yeah. Yes.
First one's always free.
It's the gateway drug. Excellent. Little beetle man. Don't suppose you've heard of Zethius, have you?
I'd say roll 1d100, but you've already got a snake in a bag.
Snake in a bag.
We are aware.
What does your master think of him? Think of his plans.
The designs of the knower of all things were insufficient to prevent our defeat at the hands of the dragons. Not as wise as it believes itself to be.
I mean,
our defeat?
Agreed. How do you say shaking the bag?
That snake hasn't had air in like ages.
Oh yeah, I haven't got it out since before the Court of Stars. I've been trying to run over the story in my head of what I tell the snake, but we've just been bouncing from like other world to other world. So at this point, I'm thinking of giving him as a gift. Okay.
I suggest that and you were super against it?
Yeah, I mean, it would be a really bad idea giving a Fae a pet infernal, wouldn't it?
Is that all you had to ask? You just asked about Zethius?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I just wanted to see whether they were, aligned or...
Well, you're a bard. You could roll religion or history to see what you know about it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll a... what am I better at? Religion, history. I'll roll a history check.
Okay.
23.
The Infernals... The legend is that the Infernals arrived during the dawn before the world was divided into the 4 kingdoms. And all the Infernals worked together to conquer Anakra. There was one city, the city of Light, Luminius, the city of light, that they were unable to overcome. They had to turn to another Infernal who they were all sort of afraid of. One who has not yet appeared in our adventures. That one was able to come up with a plan. Luminius fell. Uzul was the general, the leader. They conquered it. They were in the process of, all resistance had been broken. They were in the process of spreading across the Dawn world and consuming it. When somebody opened the gates of the Silent City, the dragons emerged and wrecked the Infernal's shit. So Anachronus and Zethius would have been in alliance during that period. After their defeat, they went off to lick their wounds. Uzul killed Erakura, the sovereign of the earth. The Infernals had a resurgence where they started ruling over the mortal world. Then they were all banished to the underworld, and they've never been united since.
All right. Okay.
They may work together here and there, but they're not like a big happy family.
All right. I'm chilling. I also, the trees look too spooky. I'm not really a big fan of awakening one of these spooky trees because I think it'd just be a prick. Like it wouldn't even, it wouldn't be a nice tree, you know. And I'm after something subservient, not something that creeps me.
With the proper applications, any of these could be made to obey. We possess that knowledge.
Any of these trees?
Confirmed.
I think I can already make the trees obey me. They give me the heebie-bajeebies, you know?
A mortal failing.
True, a living being failing, perhaps.
A failing
Do you feel fear?
of the flesh.
Do you feel fear, little mechanical beetle?
Fear is not included in the design. Our fear is not included in the design. Correction.
Good point. Well, I'll leave you to it then. I'm going to amble back to the rest of the group.
It buzzes off. This seems like a good place for us to stop. We've been at it for 3 hours. Next week, we can pick up with the adventure to fight the dragon. And the week after that, we can commence with the fairy wedding itself.
Okay.
So, real quick.
Yes.
Tiberius is a child currently being raised by unicorns.
Correct. As
And
of like
his
2
memory
days ago.
Yeah, how long ago?
It's been like 2 days, but you've been in the Feywild, so we don't know how long it's been yet until you return to the mortal world.
His memory was fuzzed up by an act of God, by a god. But would the effects wear off over time?
So the same act of God that restored him to being a baby also made Korak forget that he's a Huldra and his wild shape has not ended yet. It should have ended when the expiration ran out. So what I'm saying is you don't know.
So I was hoping while in the course of eating, I know we're saying we're ending, but in the course of eating, Lysha was going to ask around and see if anyone knew where she could find some diamond dust.
Let's pick up on that next week. We won't launch right into the dragon. We will, because I still want to, like, we haven't had a chance to go over all the crazy fairy food that you haven't had a chance to eat. You can ask that question. Look for some diamond dust. There's some stuff that we can do on that front. Bren, did I finish answering your question? Aside from the big fat fuck you, you don't know the answer. Was there a follow-up?
I mean, that was it, right? I mean, I don't know. I just want to know if Tiberius is going to come out of nowhere again as a teenager and just start fucking shit up.
Yeah,
I
like
don't know.
12 years.
Yeah, that's a wild thought.
Right? That See, I put Tiberius Wanderstave in as the special act of God. I should have known there was going to be fuckery. Like, I knew there was going to be fuckery, but I should have known the degree of fuckery that was going to occur. Yeah. So right now, he's aging at a normal rate. There's no time travel in Anakra, but there is wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. Like, he could travel to the Feywild, to the other world, the Feywild, live out a 20-year lifespan, and then return, and it's been only 20 days. So, like, that's the most logical thing I can think of that would cause him to reappear.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So give Tiberius as a gift to the Fae.
I was not gonna lie, I had that thought, and then you got rid of him. Like, if you guys had kept that baby around,
holy shit, that would have been amazing.
Big Mandalorian energy.
Yeah, ridiculous big Mandalorian energy. Oh wow!
Because like Fae are all about, you know, give me your child, give me your firstborn child. They love that shit, right? And then if you happen to give one of them that is a a chaos god who was supposed to be banished from the world by a massive explosion who just unleashed a dragon upon the universe, they'll take those.
Yeah. That's a good kid.
All right, folks. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your support. Glad the internet held out. Join us next time. We're going to kill another dragon or everyone's going to die in a hideous battle.
Yes.
We'll see.
BG, y'all.
See ya.
Could go either way.
It could go either way. Bye, everyone.
Bye.